Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Rift Happens of the Coach Rivals 2024 season. Glad you're back here joining us. We had some great action last week. We're going to recap, also give a little bit of backstory on kind of all the panelists here for Rift Happens. But before we get into all of that, I just kind of want to welcome everybody here. As you can see below me, we have a familiar face, the dance master himself. Ronnie is back. Ronnie, how are you?
Hey man, feeling jazzy, feeling hydrated. I'm ready. Doing this from the basement. Got the basement stream going on today, so it's going to get a little wild for sure.
I love it. We like wild over here. So speaking of wild, the wildest man that I know over to my right and your left, Mr. Drake Prime.
What's up, Justin? Yeah, it's me. I'm feeling hydrated and I'm feeling nerdy. That's right. Just flex Magic the Gathering cards on you like that.
NTG,
I know.
Let's go.
That's crazy.
Shut it down.
Oh man, that's good stuff.
Awesome. Glad you're here too. And rounding out our 4 panelists this week, of course, you know him already. It's Coop. Coop, how are you?
I'm good. I'm poorly hydrated. I don't have any trading cards. I have an Expo marker and a legal pad.
Rookie mistake.
Well, you're ready to take notes.
Ready to take notes and dish them out.
Awesome. Well, last week we kind of recapped what is Coach Rivals, and then we got into how our season was going to be structured a little bit differently this year. But this week we want to kind of introduce ourselves to you and let you know who you're actually listening to in this 30-ish minute pre-show before we get into the action. So we want to talk about kind of what our intro was into Scholastic Esports, what we're doing now, and then kind of wrap it up. What do we do outside of this? What do we do for fun? Because we are humans. It's always fun learning what people do, outside of Coach Rivals. So, Coop, why don't you lead us off here and enlighten us?
Sure. So I got my start into Scholastic Esports with season 0 of Play Versus. So that was, I think, 2017, 18, something around that time. I'm in Georgia, and we were one of the first kind of states to pilot. And my AD jumped into my office, said, check your email. There was a video from Georgia High School Sports Association or whatever. And it was just basically like an old trailer for League from like a couple seasons before. And like, hey, something's coming. And he was like, they're doing esports. We should do it. And then I became the coach and did that for about 3 semesters. Nowadays, I still live in Georgia. Still tapped into the community of Scholastic Esports, but currently work for the Georgia Film Academy, which really just helps people train to get into the film industry. But we also do live broadcasts, so I've still been teaching live broadcasting in esports. So for fun, I've recently picked up a little-known indie game called Fortnite. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's pretty neat, and I'm the latest in age person to ever play Fortnite, so that's gonna be my crowning achievement. That's all I do now. Fortnite.
I remember there being like a video special on your school in Georgia.
Oh yeah, when we did they did a little highlight of some coaches and programs, and Play Versus came and interviewed myself and players about esports. Georgia's had like consistently one of the highest adoption of esports in the nation, at least in the Play Versus nation, if you will. So yeah, they came and they did a video. And we held a state championship at the school I was at the time, which was really cool. The students did a ton of work. It was pretty awesome. They helped put the whole thing together, and they were there on game day. Even though we weren't in the championship, they were there to kind of help prep it and make it happen. And that was really cool. Having an actual Scholastic championship at a school was really fun.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we're glad that you're part of Rift Happens and Coach Rivals too, bringing your wealth of experience and knowledge to this. So,
thanks for the
Drake?
invite.
Yeah. Hard to
You're up
follow
next,
that
buddy.
one, though. I'm gonna try my best. So I got my start before this whole esports thing happened. I was an Imagineer down in Disney in Orlando. Went there after I graduated. Went down there, designed worlds. You're familiar with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I was one of the designers down there before when they transitioned over from the California release. Worked over there in more marketing side. COVID happened, shut down, moved back up here to Northwest Arkansas to be with family, and I knew some guys up here were starting up a land center, so they hired me to help get it started. And through that, it was my chance to kind of give back. And I started working with local schools around here where I met Allison or Carr and Tom or Psychology. And we got to partner with them, donate to their esports program, get it started, offering a place to play. And then kind of through there and just the continuation of that relationship, I got introduced to Coop and to Justin through Coach Rivals, and kind of been in love with it ever since. Unfortunately, no longer in that space. It's great to do, but unfortunately it wasn't really something I saw a future in for myself, just what I was doing. And so now I actually work for a software company and I lead a sales team selling software to banks. So pretty cool. But for fun, you kind of saw that, I showed you a little bit. I'm a huge nerd. I play Magic the Gathering, travel for it. I travel everywhere, all across the country, across the world to do it. And in my free time, I'm not doing that. Big reader. I got my stack of books I finished up this year, reading currently Lives of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. Amazing book so far. And I do competition barbecue. So I travel to places and try to make the best barbecue I can. So I like to stay busy.
You totally topped what I said.
Bro, did anyone else know that Drake was an Imagineer?
No. That's amazing.
Bro.
I never would have imagined that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm blown away.
I can tell you this: part of my job when I was there was, in fact, watching Star Wars to prep myself with it.
Worst job ever.
We had Star Wars days. It was pretty great, but yeah.
Wow,
that's amazing.
That's crazy.
I feel underqualified. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I'd really. Okay, so the bar just got set really high.
That's not right. That's not.
My backstory is nothing crazy like that. I was a high school teacher, and the athletic director sent an email out that said, "Who wants to do this?" And it was esports. Alabama, the Alabama High School Athletic Association was sanctioning esports as a varsity sport, and I'd been playing video games forever, so I was like, "This is amazing. Let's do this." I'd been playing League of Legends before that even got announced, so I thought it was perfect, right up my alley. Did the whole super coach thing for Alabama. And then when I left the high school classroom, I ended up being the esports director for Spring Hill College here in Mobile for about a year before my paths kind of took me away from that as well. And then I got out of education altogether. So I'm not doing anything esports related right now. Now I'm a educational sales consultant for an ed tech company. So yeah, I mean, we followed kind of similar paths there. So I support all of South Alabama and South Mississippi, current customers and those looking for a platform solution. But for fun, I play a lot of disc golf. So you can see kind of like behind me there, all these frisbees on the wall. Those are all the ones that I don't use, and I win from tournaments or get in a player's pack, and I hang them up there. I've actually run into Lucas, our English teacher, at some disc golf tournaments because he plays as well. That's cool. So anytime I go over to Mississippi, I'll run into him. Sometimes he'll come over to Alabama, and we'll see each other at a disc golf tournament. So the cool thing is I get to play in the Masters division, which is age protected. So I only play with other old guys.
Hey, there you go.
As it should be.
That's right. I got tired of having my butt handed to me by these lanky 17-year-olds. So I would rather.
Wait, are you talking about video games? Or are you talking about disc golf?
Whoa.
Both. Okay. We need a Masters division for League of Legends.
Oh please!
Yeah, I think everybody's
like. We need a whole division.
I'm going to change my blank of the week.
Reflexes just are non-existent.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Oh man. Okay, so now that the bronze shade has been thrown out there, Ronnie,
you're like gold or black. Don't even.
I feel personally.
I'm actually in bronze right now.
Oof.
Okay, I tried. I don't know.
That's funny. Well, yeah. My esports journey started back in 2018. I guess unofficially it started. I grew up playing video games my whole life. I had a little brother, and when you have a little brother, it's really easy to practice against somebody all the time. And our game was typically Smash Bros. So I've been playing since the N64. You know, we'd fire it up, play for 6-7 hours a day, whatever, especially during summer. And, you know, you got nothing else to do except hang out and just kick each other's butts for several hours a day. You get pretty good at it. So when League of Legends dropped back in season 1 is when I started playing. And that was like 2010, 2011, something like that. And again, it was me and my little brother. We started messing around in League of Legends, and it was just fun kind of doing weird stuff and creating weird matchups and kind of exploiting parts of the game that, you know, shouldn't be exploitable. But yeah, I started esports more officially with my last school back in Houston, and started with just 7 kids and a dream, I guess you could say. We started with only League of Legends, moved into some other esports eventually. But that first season, it was just League, and it was really cool, man. Just kind of getting to know those kids. My background is in IT, so I used to work for Apple, and previously before that, it was like Best Buy and, you know, more retail type stuff. So getting to work directly with kids like that was a real big privilege for me, and kind of turned my whole career path on its head. And now I'm like 6-7 years down the road in the education field. I'm working for a new school now up here in Illinois. So I made a move across the entire country for esports. Not exactly, but, you know, we'll throw esports in the bucket too.
Nice perk.
And it's yeah, exactly. It's really fun. Once again, just kind of getting to know all these kids and like kind of see their dreams kind of come to life as they're able to achieve them and stuff in real time. And Coop was actually a big part of my a big part of the first couple of years of me getting my program off the ground. And our teams used to kind of
I think about that all the time. Yeah, we were like sister schools.
yeah, like it was like different time zones and everything, but our kids just were like really dedicated. And so like you know, we didn't have a whole lot of teams in Texas to practice against because it was like a private school division. So we found a really good scrim partner with Coop's team and just kind of kept coming back. And the kids, like, they probably still have a Discord server together or something like that.
Man,
you know,
that was
cool.
so cool. Because we like met, and then they watched each other play in the playoffs. Yeah. But in like we had a watch party for your team.
Yeah.
And that was those kids like started off with like we need a scrim, and then they're like, can we play them again? And then it became like a weekly thing for like a whole season. There was just us y'all versus us weekly, and those kids became real good friends. That's like literally that is the definition of like ideal Scholastic esports.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was like
that was so fun.
It was a memory we still take with us, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that. I didn't know y'all had that connection there. So that's really cool. So Ronnie, what do you do for fun, man? Other than, I know you're still doing esports now, but what's
that's it. It's esports. Did you not hear him?
That's it. Now I go to bed in a pod and I wake up when League of Legends starts, you know. So no, really, you know, I'm up here in Illinois, so I'm just kind of getting to know the state a little bit. I'm a first timer up here, so I'm just getting outdoors a lot, enjoying the parks and all the things, all the amenities around here. Got a couple older pets. My dog's like 16, so I like to take him out and get him some exposure. And yeah, he's up there, man. So you know, right now I'm just trying to make him, you know, make sure he's having a good time. And occasionally I get to play some video games. I got a few behind me here. I'm kind of more of a classic guy, so I'm playing a lot of the older stuff and you know, N64 and Super Nintendo and whatever. But you know, I still get a little bit of time for fun here and there, I guess. Yeah.
Can I add that I do one thing. I do things that aren't video games. You guys made me realize that there's other things in this world besides video games. I do a lot of wood turning, so like woodworking stuff, which is super fun.
Wow.
Like what we're talking about here. Like, you got an example of something?
Should we have show and tell?
Oh,
I love show and tell.
They're out in the garage in the carport.
It's a whole tree in your garage.
There's actually quite a bit of chopped up wood in the garage. No, but like vases and cups and bowls and stuff like that.
Okay, that's it. Next week we're doing show and tell. Everyone has to bring something cool.
That's cool.
I'm in.
Yeah, that's it. That's our idea. Yeah, that's great. I love it.
There it is.
All right, very cool. So we're gonna go ahead and We're gonna move forward. I'm glad that we figured that out. I mean, it slims down the planning for next week. So, all right, guys, show and tell next week, and then all of the listeners, viewers, whatever, can look forward to that.
Yeah.
So now, what I think would be a great thing to do is just go ahead and recap the matches from last week. We did stream 2 matches last week, but then there were also 2 other matches that were played because we have 2 Champions tier matches played every week. We have 2 Legends tier matches played every week as well. And we have taken it upon ourselves to give you those recaps so you don't feel like you're really missing out. If you missed the stream, which, well, why would you? But if you did miss the stream, we're gonna catch you up to speed on everything. And if you weren't able to catch the matches that were played off stream, which why would you not catch those? We've got you covered there too. So we're gonna let Drake lead us off. What we're gonna do is kind of recap the match, and then all of us are gonna have a kind of like a superlative of the match. We're gonna all give kind of an award for the match that we watched. But Drake was able to catch one of our Legends matches as Genkenstein's Monsters versus Grub-a-Dub Dub. So in about like 2 minutes or less, Drake, what happened in that Legends match?
Yeah, so I got a chance to watch both games. Luckily, Eric sent me the raffle file for the first one, so I got to watch it. And I gotta say, the first game, I do have one word, and it's Eric. Eric on Shyvana was a monster. Did a great job. Obviously, the whole team playing really well around him. But as we all know, whenever jungle gets ahead, especially right now, it just kind of snowballs the game. Huge shout out to Chicas in that game. I think Chicas actually underrated, played super well, and kind of kept his team in it for a very long time. But unfortunately, snowballs a lot to get out of in game 1. And then game 2. So sorry, go back. Genkenstein Monsters won game 1. Go to game 2. We saw the Shyvana ban come out. All of a sudden, Eric goes over from being on a more aggressive jungler to playing Morgana. More of a supportive jungle. Still has some aggressive plays for sure. Good gank potential. And kind of relies on his team to carry. And that kind of comes up with my Chris Kyle of the week, which goes to Ashley, who absolutely sniped the crap out of all the opponents on the team. Great setup by Eric for sure. But, Ashley was absolutely dominating with those Qs from Zoe. So, on the back of that, some good team fights happened. Again, Chicas, great job on the jungle, trying to keep the game even. And also in the top lane, it was a really fun match to watch up there. Some good team fights happened, and at the end, Genkenstein Monsters kind of pulled it away, started running away with it towards the end. But it was a pretty close game for the first 10 minutes. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, I would agree that the snipes from the Zoe, those are pretty nasty, absolutely brutal.
And actually, one of the best clips of the entire week came from that game. And Coop, I think we should show that.
Yeah, we absolutely should. So yeah, that was there was some cool clips from that game for sure. We got a good Zoe full range. I think you called it out in the stream, Justin, that was like a max range snipe. But then that Ash arrow was just.
So at my games, that was a 2-0 victory for Genkenstein's Monsters.
All right. Awesome. Well, Ronnie also had one of our Legends matchups. He actually had 1 buff, 2 buff, red buff, blue buff, I believe is the name of that team fully. And then taking on green team. And this one was not streamed. So, Ronnie, you're filling in everybody. What happened?
Yeah, man. So Legends tier games are best of 2. And these two teams kind of hit each other in the mouth right from the get-go, right? We had some level 1 stuff going on where they were feeling each other out. It's really intense, right? From the very first second they hit the rift. I'd say in general it was a really close game 1. Surprise shout out to East Phantom. I'm not familiar with you. I think you're new to the league this year, and I am very familiar with Pathfinder. And Pathfinder's kind of notorious in this league for being kind of like the solo kill king. Guy's always making plays in the top lane, basically kind of putting the team on his back. And East Phantom in the first 20 minutes of the game was 4-0 on Mordekaiser. So huge showing there from East Phantom, withstood the Pathfinder, blitz, and kind of came back with his own. So his or her own. Actually, I have no idea who you are, East Phantom, so I don't want to throw any pronouns out there now that I think about it.
Funny, he's actually one of mine, so it's like that's one of my kids versus one of yours.
Yo,
Robert,
that is so crazy.
That's cool.
Wow. Okay, so extra big shout out because that's actually really cool. So East Phantom had a really great game, especially in game one. But all that said, game one came down to a really critical moment. So Svi, jungler I'm really familiar with, played against him a couple seasons in a row. Really great jungler, but true phenom, man. Came in solo mission on the Jarvan and got a Baron steal really late in the game, turned the game around. They were kind of struggling to find their way in the later stages of the game. And yeah, true phenom, huge play. Really kind of put the team on his back, so to speak, in that moment. And the team rallied. Green team ended up winning game one on the back of that big play. And it looked like it was over for them before that, but they ended up kind of clutching it. Game two came back, and 1 buff, 2 buff kind of, no shade to anybody, but they kind of ran away with game two. It was like kind of really one-sided after that game one kind of comeback. You could tell they were really committed to making sure that didn't happen again. And they played really well in game two. Big shout out to the ADC rear face on 1 buff, 2 buff. Again, not familiar with rear face, but holy crap, rear face is really good at ADC. Like some of the movements, right, kind of dodging a few skill shots, knowing exactly how to stay within range while keeping opponents out of their range, kind of that like classic ADC style of gameplay. Like, dude, highlight reel after highlight reel, it was awesome. So if you want to see some really top tier ADC play, game two of that series, which did go to 1 buff, 2 buff. So it was a 1-1 series overall. Rear face, definitely big shout out to you.
Awesome. And do you have a superlative of the week?
Oh, right. Yeah. So my superlative, we had a late term sub in that game, and it was MG Flory, who, if you know Coach Rivals, MG Flory, he kind of, in a way, helped us kind of start this whole thing. So, one of the founding fathers, I guess you could say, of Coach Rivals, and hasn't played in a couple of seasons, decided to come back off the top rope this week, last minute, notice, said, hey, I can sub in because somebody had an emergency, and definitely made his presence felt. My superlative is the double cataclysm of the week because he played Silas in game two, stole the Jarvan ult, and then right at the very end of the game, Jarvan ulted, Silas ulted. It was so messy. There was like 2 cataclysms on top of each other. Bro, it was like peak League of Legends. So if you haven't seen it, it's on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's definitely worth the watch.
Awesome. Well, that wraps up our Legends tier games from last week. We're going to slide over into our Champions tier games from last week, and I had the privilege of actually casting one of the Champions tier matches between Shake That Ash and Avoided. So I was kind of pulling double duty. I was able to cast it and then also watched it at the same time. So it kind of made things a lot easier. Or not easier because I was kind of working while I was doing it. But either way, this match ended up being a clash of 2 different team comps. And I thought it was really exciting. I liked seeing this because it wasn't just a traditional, team fight comp versus team fight comp. Avoided came into Champion Select and insta-locked first pick Kane on red side. So that was instantly throwing down the gauntlet of, listen, we're going to be super aggressive. And I really like that. I think it's really cool. There's a tendency to want to play timid when you're entering in your first competitive match of the season. But you know what? Look, just go all out. And Avoided did. They dropped the Kane, but then the rest, they rounded out their bot lane with a Ziggs Tristana bot lane, which I thought this was super interesting because if you end up acing the enemy team, then you just have free reign over their towers. And you have the Tristana bomb that does a ton of damage. And then once it gets low, the Zig Satchel will blow it up. So I really liked the angle. I liked the idea of if we can just get time with towers, then we'll be just fine and we will steamroll them. However, they didn't have the time with the towers that they were hoping for. because Shake That Ash on their comp, it was all press R and win. They had a Vi with a Malphite, with a Vex, with a Seraphine, with a Sivir. And it was essentially, once they got out of laning phase, you got all 5 of those champions together. You press R, everybody runs in, and there's nowhere for the Tristana, the Ahri, and the Ziggs on Avoided to go. And that's essentially what happened in this matchup is Shake That Ash had an extremely easy to execute comp. All their ultimates really synergize together. You have 2 unstoppable ults going through, really 3, but the Vex as well. The Seraphine to keep everybody alive. The Sivir, while everybody's locked up through the ults, the Sivir is just hitting ricochet blades and boomerang blades back and forth. And it really was kind of a snowball win similar to the Legends match. So it was a really fun one to see. Some really cool team fight moments there from Shake That Ash, just some wombo combos. But I have my superlative award is going to be the Just Buy What You Can award. And that's going to go to Blue Sai, who at one point in the game on Sivir had 3 daggers in his inventory. So as a fellow ADC player, I feel your pain. So you go back to shop, it's like, well, I got 300 gold. I got to get something. Or I have 600 gold. I don't want to buy a crit cloak.
Gotta get a new knife.
Let's buy some daggers. So he was definitely the dagger salesman of the match for sure. So wrapping up the recaps from last week, we're going to throw it over to Coop. Coop had the other champions matchup, Hearts of Diamond versus Farm and Furious.
That's right, Hearts Diamond, Farm and the Furious. And just real quick, Ronnie, these are you've got versions of these, right? You casted these, right? So we're throwing these on YouTube. So be sure to look at the YouTube because we'll hope to get some of these up there too, so you can watch what we're talking about. Anyway, so Farm and Furious, yep. So up against Hearts of Diamond, I will say, starting off this week, we were hoping for some cheesy invades, and I don't think we got any of those on any of our matches. This was just the same, nice little 5 start across the board. But the minute they started clashing in the lanes, it was just Hearts of Diamond was just full force aggression, early aggression, pushing all the waves, everything towards turret. The first kill went down at 5 minutes, and then there's a couple kills after that, and then at 10 minutes it was 4-1 in Hearts of Diamond's favor, and that's when things really started to change up. But this was just a hyper aggressive matchup. We had a Caitlyn Morgana for Hearts of Diamond up against Vayne and Seraphine. So watching the bot lane was just basically trying to get these long distance shots, and then you've got Vayne popping around and Seraphine trying to do all these stuns. It was very cool to watch these technical plays, but at the end of the day, it really went Hearts of Diamonds, and it happened around the 16-minute mark. There was a big fight in the mid lane. When it was over, there were 5 players on death timers, but Hearts of Diamonds came out of it, and they were able to start pushing some turrets. And actually, while this fight's going on, Volibear is just up in the top, just taking turret. And it was kind of like a split push, big fight combo in the mid lane, and that just started the snowball rolling. They started to roam. Hearts of Diamonds got down. They got another Drake, and that's when they were really able to make things happen. Farm and the Furious, they tried to get in there and make some stuff happen, but they weren't able to. And they were put on their back line, pushed up against the wall. Around 23 minutes, though, they had a little bit of a cheesy play down in the bot lane. They did a little sneak and got a nice little fight off and got some kills. But they were low, and Shyvana, the dragon, just came in and cleaned up. So when it all said and done, Hearts of Diamond took the dub for Farm and the Furious. It was a good matchup. It was fun to watch. But my superlative of the week is the Drake of the week, and it does not go to Prime. Sorry. It's just going to go to Shyvana, an Ancient Relic on Shyvana for 20 KDA at the end of that game. But we had 2 Shyvana matches this week, which I think we were talking earlier. We barely ever see Shyvana in Coach Rivals. It was perma-banned basically a couple seasons ago. But the first games of the season, we get Shyvana out. They both get dubs. So the question is, will we ever see Shyvana again?
Swoko's in shambles right now.
I could have played Shyvana.
Brutal.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for the recaps. I'm sure the audience appreciates it as well, and I'm glad I hope the players are able to listen in and hear us compliment the games and what we found really cool and interesting. And of course, we enjoy watching them as well. It's what this is all about. So we're going to finish up this week with viewer mailbag. We had a Google form dropped into the Discord, and I hope that you're keeping an eye on the Discord so you can see when that Google form drops every single week, because you get to participate in Rift Happens. But Drake is our MC over the listener mailbag. Drake, take us away.
I've been waiting for a chance to talk again. So yes. So this week, my game plan is also just keep putting in later and later in the chat and just see people are paying attention. I promise I'll put it in, more than 4 hours in advance next time. But yeah, so this week we threw out, we kind of threw it a little bit differently. Going forward, we're going to have like basically a poll question, kind of something we're going to talk about, get your feedback on it. We'll kind of share some of our relevant experiences as well. And then kind of open up after that to more of like a mailbag situation, more open-ended questions. So to start off, our question I asked this week is there something you've experienced at Coach Rivals, whether it be this season or previously, that you have or will bring back to your team whenever we go back to the school season, or that you have brought back to your team? So Coop, I'm starting down there with you. Anything that you've experienced or you've learned?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing was that when I competed, the empathy for competition, I mean, that was big. What's it like on game day? And then I brought some of that back and changed up a little bit about how we approached game day. That made me actually think about like the mental health side of esports a lot more for the kids, and getting up in between games, the cool downs that you need. You got to get up and move, even though you have a couple minutes, if that. But like breathing and those things. And a lot of that also came from coaches in Coach Rivals just sharing some resources. So outside of the playing side of things, I remember one of our coaches, I cannot believe I can't remember their name. I'll remember it and bring it up next time. But they started doing yoga with their players. And this is one of my favorite stories, because they started doing it. Nobody wanted to do it. And then the players got into it. And then the seniors took it over. And they were like, it's kind of like a senior's rite of passage now to lead like the yoga concepts. And the new players would come in and be like, we're doing yoga. And the seniors were like, yeah, we're doing yoga. And they're like, oh, sorry. and like, they're like, yeah, this is esports. We actually care when we do that stuff. Like, that's what we do in our program. And and that was like part of that, breaking the concepts. But that's just one of the things that I think the sharing of the knowledge for myself and the ability to bring that back to the clubs has been really helpful.
Yeah, I love that. The yoga part, it's such like a underrated part of it, is like just like the overall health, besides just like literally your dexterity or whatever. It's like your mental is a big part of it. One answer I got here that I really liked was talking about someone learned the broadcasting side of it, kind of something we don't, the behind the scenes things that we never talk about, but we have a whole production team here that's all volunteer based that helps with Coop here producing, us here, Justin, Ronnie are all behind the scenes doing stuff, and people get to walk away learning like in detail how to produce streams and how to do this stuff. So kind of another cool part of Coach Rivals, and that's not just related to coaching or playing esports. Justin, you're a big dog.
Yeah, so one of the really the cool things that I took away from Coach Rivals and then back into my esports programs was just promotion and putting graphics together on social media. And I mean, it doesn't have to be anything super crazy. You don't have to be a master of Photoshop, but just even using something like Canva or Adobe Express and putting together, little flyers for the students, video recaps, things of that nature. It just really boosted their morale because they're being promoted, just like the football team is and all that kind of stuff at the school. So that was really, really neat to be able to do and see their reaction and their excitement to be able to go back and say, okay, what did Mr. Tart put together this week? Who did he highlight? What player did he pull? Which highlights did he put together? What clips did he get? So that was really, really neat. And then to see, parents that saw them and retweeted and commented and all that stuff was really, really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, and moving on to one of our viewer submitted questions here, which I just lost, user submitted answers. Someone brought up they never had experience what a real drafting looks up. You kind of do on your own. You just kind of think, okay, we're drafting, we pick the champions we like to play, and we ban the champions that they know how to play. And that's definitely a big thing, is kind of understanding what does a draft look like? What is drafting as a concept? Which, if you follow anybody like LS or any of the LCS pros on Twitter or social media, they talk about quite a bit. It's not simply I play thing, opponent no play thing, we win game. It's understanding how does a team win, how does a team lose, and how do we prevent that or make it succeed. So really cool thing there. And one thing for me that I learned from my experience is, what does a practice look like?
Yeah.
Like whenever it's like we can get in there and we can all hop in ranked flex or norm games and play 20 games together, and be just the same spot we were when we end as when we started. And so kind of understanding what does a good practice look like, what does we need to work on, what does it look like, kind of along line with it is like someone put in here the compliment sandwich. I call it by a different name, but falls in the same, apples to apples, which is, you don't know, it's you have the piece of bread, which is like the good thing, and then you have the not so good thing, what thing you can improve on, followed up by another good thing. So making sure that you always, when you say something, it's done with love and respect, and a way to uplift someone, and kind of goes in line of like how to improve, how to practice, trying to make sure we're always improving. So that's something I took away from my experiences. Ronnie?
Yeah, I'd have to say the community. It's a little more of an obscure answer, right? But the Coach Rivals community as a whole has given me a really huge asset as a coach, right? So if my kids are like, hey, we want different practice routines or something, right? I've got 400 people I can go and talk to about it and see if they can give me any ideas I haven't tried. Or, oh man, we need a new scrim partner. Nobody around here wants to play with us. Oh, hey, no problem. I've got, 400 coaches who all have teams who are desperate to find someone to scrim against. So, having that community behind you, especially as a new coach, man, what a huge asset. And that feeds into your program every single day. You're able to take away these little kind of snippets and a little bit of support. Like maybe you feel a little lost and put a message on Discord, and all of a sudden someone says, hey man, you're on the right track. And man, shoot, that'll make a pretty big difference in my day. So that's been probably the biggest thing I've taken away, is just having the support with everybody involved in the Coach Rivals community.
No, it's a big one. One last thing I want to put out here, one of our submitted questions or submitted answers, and it's one thing I think really ring true, especially for someone like me who's terrible at the game. It taught me how to lose. And what I mean by that is like, it's how to sit through a game for 40 minutes. Coop, I'm gonna say it so you get to bleep it out, and just get. That's just part of the game. And there's no truisms that they're playing at Coach Rival, especially if you have to play against Eric, that you understand. Like that's just how it goes. And I think it's important that we as coaches get to experience that, because our players experience it quite a bit. And it's not just in esports; it's everything. Someone's bigger, better, faster, stronger than you. Whatever you do, there's always to be a bigger fish in the pond. And so, knowing how to handle it with grace and humility, and how to still be a team player, it's just as important as anything else. And I think that we have the opportunity to set up prime here with the skill disparity we have at Coach Rivals that we see week in, week out.
Losing is the real.
All right,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our viewer submitted question. So again, this is our mail grab bag, and starting off, I have a question, and it's going to be geared towards someone on here. I won't point it out, but does everyone here have a driver's license?
Yes.
Not on me.
Yeah. No, it's fine. You have one.
Oh,
So
I have one.
on my driver's license, my license says I have brown hair. Justin, what does your driver's license say?
Here we go.
You have no hair.
my driver's license actually does say that I have brown hair.
Oh, does it say like NA or no?
And
not applicable.
Not applicable.
Okay, you heard it here first.
BLD.
Put in there.
BLT.
Yeah, you guys heard it here. If it does in fact say a hair color, do you think the police protect your license? They'd be like, "Are you sure?"
That'll be my show and tell item for next week. I'll show my driver's license that it actually does say
Maybe just blur out some of the stuff. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Cover out some of the other information, but
be careful, dude.
Oh, war. That's
brutal.
Opening up to more people in here besides Justin. Who do you think right now is the biggest threat to Genkenstein's Monsters? With it seems like Eric kind of running away with it. Is there any teams that stood out as a contender to dethrone Eric? And my answer is heck yeah. I think Eric, in fact, I think got carried this past. I'll say it. Like he was good. But I go as far as say he was hard carried by the rest of his team. Ashley absolutely killed it. What are you laughing for? That's Chris Kyle you're laughing at.
I like it. I like the confidence that you're saying this with.
No,
but that brings up a good point. It's just the first. I keep thinking episode. I'm like such TV mode. It's the first episode. It's the first matches of the season. Everybody's kind of shaking it out and seeing what's out there, and there's still many weeks to go in playoffs, so there's plenty of time for people to watch these videos to see how people play and then practice a little more. And I mean, the first game doesn't really tell you what's going to happen, and it'll be fun to watch, see how people adapt.
There's so many new people in CR this season. It's all about watching it, seeing where to attack. This is we go back to the practice and scouting and drafting and stuff like that. Where's weaknesses we can attack? Where can we go? Yes, Eric is a very good player. Everyone at that tier is a good player. Like it's not just about Eric. Everyone in that division is good, and it's truly one of those any given Sundays. In my opinion, I think it would not be surprised if they went 0-2 next week. I think it's whoever made the league just did such a good job splitting up, making it very even.
It's true. I heard that too. I've heard that.
Let me look at that schedule.
Justin, Ronnie?
Who are they playing? Are they playing my team?
They're playing. I think they're playing the.
Are they on a bye? Because that would be.
That would be anticlimactic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We're
the thing is,
1-1
we haven't seen face
already.
checkers. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
They're playing the Buffs this week. They're playing the Buffs.
Okay, okay.
This week,
so that'd be good.
but
yeah, so
I think
right
they're
now,
rescheduled, so we'll have to wait a little bit for it.
Okay, but both of those teams are 2-0 right now, right? Well,
no, they
both won. They both swept their matches.
Buffs went 1-1.
Okay. So Genkenstein's is the only team that went 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're sitting at the top of the mountain right now.
Yep.
Ronnie, any thoughts here? Who's your favorite?
Man, we're shouting out our favorite team. Is that what this is?
Oh, absolutely not.
What am I shouting out? I'm sorry, I forgot.
The question is there anyone you think they could beat?
Oh, they're
Genkenstein Monsters.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think so, man. Well, I'm not going to say that. We haven't seen face checkers play yet, so we have no idea, what they're going to look like. I will say I have some insider knowledge, right? I know a few players and I talk to them regularly, and I know that Genkenstein's Monsters' biggest worry is a specific team.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to wait and find out.
Yeah, it's not the
on
team that
Dragon
they
Ball
just
Z.
played. Yeah, next time on Dragon Ball Z. So no, I'm sure they respect all of their opponents, of course, right? But I think that they are more worried about one specific opponent than the others. That's all I'll say.
Ooh, okay. And so to wrap us up, I'm going to fold it into this week's featured camera matches, with Legends match being rescheduled. We have the 2 Champions tier games being played on camera this week, which I'm really excited about. Those games, last week's game was so much fun to watch. Magro's like holding it down the top lane for Avoided. It was fun to watch. Ended up not being able to hold it together for the whole team, as Psychology was just a monster out there. So this week we have not that team. We have Shake That Ash versus Hearts of Diamond and Avoided versus Red Cled Redemption. So I'm going to go around the horn here, starting with Justin. Give me your predictions. What we got for these two games?
I see that. I'm just going to predict a little one thing. I think Avoided's going to bounce back really strong. I think that they're going to come out the gate swinging with a spicy jungle pick. That's all I'm going to say.
I like that. I like that.
Some spicy jungle.
So we got Avoided. Okay. Any thoughts on the Shake That Ash Heart of Diamond game?
No. I'm just going to limit it to one prediction right now.
Got it. Ronnie, let's keep that one prediction. One prediction. What's your instant lock?
Now? Okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine. Hearts of Diamond, bro. I got to go all in. Hearts of Diamonds for sure.
Hearts of Diamond. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride
Shake
that.
That Ash falling apart. You hear it here. You heard it here. Shake That Ash is in shambles.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, man. It was the quick draw. I'm sorry.
I got it. Coop?
Oh, we haven't seen RKR play yet. So I'm excited to see that one. I'm gonna pick Shake That Ash just because you can't have predictions without somebody on the opposite side. But I watched Hearts of Diamond play and they're good. I watched Shake That Ash play and it was also exciting. They both look very even. But I'm gonna go with Shake That Ash.
So I'm gonna go deep here. I'm gonna say Shake That Ash, win under 27 minutes.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say RKR win under 28 minutes.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
You heard it here. I'm locking that in.
Okay.
Oh,
I haven't seen RKR, so no idea. It's hard. It's hard to say.
That,
RKR hasn't played yet, so we haven't.
Those are bold
Coach
predictions.
Grueling. Coach Rivals is a grueling week to week thing. Coming off well rested. This is it.
Okay.
This is,
Awesome. All right. Well, bold predictions definitely come out of Mr. Drake Prime, and we're going to see if those predictions come to fruition. In fact, we're going to find out here in just a little bit, because as soon as we wrap up here, we are tossing it straight to the casters. You're going to get right into the action. So thank you so much for tuning in. Keep your eyes out on the Discord for the next Google form for viewer questions. And for all of my companions here, for Drake, for Coop, for Dance Master Ronnie, I'm Justin. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ronnie throwing it to Ronnie. We also got a new face with us tonight, as you can see to my left, to my right. I don't know, man. I'm always backwards on stream. We got Piper Maru in the building. Danielle, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm excited. I'm really excited to get these matches underway. Looking forward to this all week, especially after last week's action. If you guys weren't up to date, if you just missed Riff Happens, we are having 2 Champs Tier game head-to-head matches tonight. And our Legends Tier games ended up getting rescheduled. We got some life events, things like that going on. So everyone trying to be flexible. And so we're going to feature 2 of our Champs Tier games tonight. If you weren't sure what the difference was, Champs Tier is our Iron to Silver Tier players. Everyone has to do a few ranked games to participate. And when you finish your placements, that's where you end up. And these guys were all kind of in the same range as me. I'm a lifelong bronzy, so happy to enjoy the games and cast and all that fun stuff. I think first up we got Shake That Ash versus Hearts of Diamonds. Danielle, you've been keeping up with these guys? Oh, Avoided versus Red Cled's up first. Okay, my bad.
So I've been watching the stream
Nice.
and keeping up a little bit with it, and also through chatting with the players, because I know a lot of the players. So I've been keeping up in that sense, that I've been watching the stream, talking with people. So I understand that there's a lot of anticipation and excitement for tonight, and I'm happy to be here to watch it live and call it out.
Ooh, okay, fire. Yeah, it's funny. I had my document open and I still got the matchups wrong. So I'm super prepped. I'm really excited, but sometimes I make a few mistakes. So we're looking forward to some good games tonight, guys. We're looking forward to some grudge matches. Red Clad Redemption. This is their first match of the season, as they were on bye in week 1. Each week includes one team's bye, so someone is sitting on the sidelines. Week 1, it happened to be Red Clad. The married duo of Allison and Blake are on that team, so I'm really excited to see them hit the Rift.
That's
I don't know if
Cartera
we've had...
and Black Beetle, for those of
Exactly,
you
yeah.
who might not have put the names together yet. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if we've ever had a married couple on the same team before or not, but that's kind of an interesting dynamic, right? Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, here we go. This is your head-to-head between both of these teams. You can kind of see how some of these matchups might shake out if you're familiar with some of these players. In the top lane, Magros, Black Beetle. We just called out Black Beetle. He's part of that married duo on Red Clad Redemption. Magros, he's been around for a while. He's a returning Coach Rivals coach, so we're happy to have him back.
Yes, and he's also playing on the TFT tournament, which is happening on Monday nights too. So he's also running that. All right, we're ready to start the draft. Here we go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll cover some of these matchups as we go. We do have that 3-minute delay after draft, so
Sure.
probably better to get this underway, and we can talk about some of these head-to-heads right afterwards. Any predictions tonight, Danielle?
Yeah, so I've played against the Saint of Minnesota before, and he is quite good on Amumu. And actually, Amumu is quite strong in the jungle right now. I would absolutely not be surprised to see a jungle ban directed towards him to take Amumu off his plate. And gosh, who else? We know Larizelle in the bot lane likes the damage support, so I think that's a given that she's definitely going to be on a high damage, high output, CC providing type support. Trying to remember. Cartera prefers engage supports a lot of times, or healers, so I'm expecting that matchup to kind of be like that. Zucchini, what is Zucchini running right now? Do you know?
He's always playing the most random stuff. I feel like he called his shot with the Kane last week, and I think it caught everybody off guard. So
yeah, he seems like he has a pretty big champ pool. I'm not sure that you're gonna. I'm not sure that you're gonna be able to take his favorite out of his hands. And the mid laners are Lexi and Jebulus. Is that right?
Yeah, you got it. Actually, this is the first match I get to see from Jebulus. He's also a former teammate of Black Beetles. We happen to be on the same team, the three of us, with a couple other Coach Rivals returning faces. Merlin's back, but Jebulus and Black Beetle on the same squad for the first time since their season 3 win. Really excited to see if there's any kind of synergy between the two of them baked in. I know when we played together, his Diana and his Yasuo were kind of banned all season long. So we'll see if he gets a chance to play any of those tonight.
Yeah, I think that was Swo's problem. I heard on Rift Happens you all talking about the Shyvana bans. And yeah, he was so good on Shyvana that it was just banned all season long. We're like, why let him have that? So yeah, it was. I'm sorry, Terry.
That's funny. Yeah, I know, right? Poor Swo.
And there's also on Avoid Ed, there is 2 coaches from the state of Kentucky, which I also happen to be from. So yeah, I have a little bit of bluegrass rooting in my heart, some hometown love for them. That's Lexi in the mid lane and Paris Device at ADC.
Oh, nice. I wasn't sure who PCS Device was, so I'm excited. We got to see them play last week. They look pretty good. The first in their kind of Coach Rivals debut match, so that was kind of fun. Yeah, I love getting the mix of kind of returning and new faces, and some of these some of these guys are coaches. Some of them are former players. We've got a couple of my former students in this league. Zucchini, we mentioned earlier, he's one of them we'll get to see tonight. So, it's always kind of exciting to see those like relationships evolve. And, thank you. All right. Yeah. I think so. I think we're just waiting on a few players to kind of check in before we can start that draft. We're almost ready. So don't change that dial, right? Anything else before we get this draft underway, Danielle? Any other final thoughts before we get started here?
I'm excited to see what happens. I'm especially interested in the jungle matchup. Of course, I'm not biased at all as a jungler, but but the jungle is a pretty important role. I know Saint is very objectives focused. He's gonna concentrate and focus on all those objectives. Whereas Zucchini is objectives, but he's definitely going to be ganking your lane too. So we'll have to see how the early game plays out. I'll be interested to see when those first objectives come out, what happens. Is it going to be ganks over objectives, or is it going to be let's ignore the lanes and let's contest objectives? Because if Zucchini wants those early objectives, Saint's going to be on them. He knows where he's going to be. So we'll see who rotates and who's able to call those out and get there first.
That's a good call out, yeah, because you kind of, as a jungler, you got to pick, right? You can't have your cake and eat it too. You got to be objective focused or you got to be gank focused. So, sometimes you can kind of have a little bit of both, but not usually, right?
Yeah. And if you make the wrong choice, it's jungle diff, right? So
nobody wants that, right?
Nobody wants
last
the
week
jungle diff.
it was big zucchini. That's what it was. It didn't do very well. Yeah. No, just shouting you out, zucchini. I'm sorry. I know it's a bad memory. But yeah, here we go. I think we're finally into draft here. Looks like we have
let's do it.
Yeah, the teams are checked in. We got Avoided on the blue side and Red Clad Redemption on the red side. Sure enough, first ban off the board is Carter's Morgana. Last week she played it as a substitute for Hearts of Diamond. She filled in for them, played Morgana to, absolute chef's kiss perfection. And there it goes, off the board immediately. We get Brand taken off as well. He's been kind of a mainstay so far here in Coach Rivals, and you're not going to get to see him in this game. Already one of the first bans off the board. As we see a few more come in, what are your thoughts here, Danielle?
I am not at all surprised about the Brand. I'm maining Brand in ranked right now with an over 60% win rate at jungle, mind you. So absolutely, if it's not being banned, somebody's playing it.
Yeah, especially here, Coach Rivals has its own little meta, and you start to see it shift, especially at the early parts of the season before things kind of get locked in and people start to get really good reads for each other. All the bans off the board now. We got Misfortune locked in for Avoided as the first pick. Red Clad Redemption gets Ash and Nami. And then we get a Lux followed up from Avoided, and their final pick here before we hand it back over to Red Clad. And we get a few more bands. Yeah, that's going to be a Magros favorite there with the Malphite top. He's known for kind of being that big split push threat, and now we get a Sejuani locked in there to finish it off.
That's going to be jungle, I think. Probably. I know Blake likes to play Sejuani top, or he has in the past, but I'm pretty sure that's Saint's champ pool too.
Yeah, that's true.
When you've played with these people a while, you kind of know what's happening. But it could be a flex pick for sure. But for Blake in top lane, I'm not sure. I know there was 2 seasons ago, in season 3, where he played a lot of Sejuani top, and he's very strong on her.
Yeah, true. The Lux pick also fairly flexible. Lexi, known for some Lux mid, but Lyrazel, as you mentioned earlier, definitely looking to be a damage focused support, not necessarily an enchanter. She could play both, but I know her preference is damage. So, Lux a pretty flexible pick there. Neither team has really tipped their hand all the way. And then we see the Yasuo ban come through. Jubilus will not get a chance to play it, just like in season 3. Bummer, but
Vagar. Oh,
the
but he has a
Vagar,
nasty Vagar too, if I remember
he
right.
does.
Like, I don't think you
Yeah,
can take him off nasty champs. Like, I wouldn't be
yeah, he's got a
surprised
pretty
if like
decent
she
hit
picks
pool.
Ari here. Like she has a good Ari.
Yeah, we'll find
Okay, we
out.
don't know
Okay, it
yet.
looks like we're going to see
Zucchini on
Zucchini
Belva.
with the Belvath. Here we go.
All
Oh
right,
man, that's a spicy pick for sure.
and Sarah
And
Fiend.
Seraphine, wow. Okay, so this could be more of a support style chant for Lyricel after all.
Yeah, I
It's
think the
probably going to
Seraphine
be,
is Aaron. Yeah.
yeah, I think so. Lux mid most likely. I mean, they are kind of
Uh-huh.
interchangeable. And then we get a Swain locked in. Oh my gosh, is that like a top lane Swain? What is
Top
that?
Swain. Okay.
Oh my goodness, this is some intense stuff here. Yeah, I mean, not 100% sure where all these champs are going, but we can pretty safely say it's going to be a Sejuani jungle, just like you predicted there. Yeah, sure enough, Zucchini kept it spicy. He kept us guessing and locks in the Belveth. That's going to be the first Belveth of the season. It's only week 2, but still, worth shouting out there. And yeah, both teams I think got a little bit of what they wanted, and hopefully, hopefully they're feeling pretty comfortable after that. That was a pretty intense draft. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Has Nocturne been a factor in the champion tier yet? I noticed
Nothing.
that they
No,
took Nocturne off the table. Okay. All right,
feels
that's
like a
interesting.
Zucchini style chant, maybe.
It
Trying to
does.
keep
It
them
does. I
uncomfortable.
agree. So the thing about Belveth is that if you don't have hard CC, Belveth is going to be a problem.
Hmm.
So I'm going to look to see all of the players on Red Clad aiming their CC to the Belveth, because I think from watching
Thanks.
before, I think Belveth is going to be one of their win conditions. Do
Yeah,
you agree
that
with
Vagar
that?
cage is going to be. Yeah, I think ultimately it's going to come down to like, okay, do they save the Vagar cage to trap Belveth, win the fight?
Hmm.
Potentially because there's really no way for her out of there. All of her stuff is just a dash, so she's going to
Right,
run into
and
that cage.
if Ash unloads on
Oh yeah,
Belveth, then but that's a single person ult, just like Sejuani really is a single target ult. So you've got Nami who has a great AOE ultimate, but Veigar is single target, Ash is single target, um, uh, Sejuani is single target. So they're really out to kill the carry on Red Club. Yeah,
yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's going to be Pick City over there, right? You get one layered
yeah.
CC, and then you get the other ones layered on top, and all of a sudden it's an unfair fight there. So I guess yeah, it's going to come
Well,
down.
but
Yeah, right.
Avoided has wombo combo potential. I mean,
That's true.
Malphite ult into the Seraphine ult into the Misfortune ult, and then Alex ult to clean up, and then Belveth doing the slap slappy slap to
Yeah,
get
the
everybody
weird
else. I mean,
mid
these
to
have
late.
some really explosive team fight potentials. It's will everybody come to the team fight with their ult up? So I would expect to see big
Interesting.
fights whenever the ults are up.
Yeah, right. It's also going to come down to probably those early void objectives for Belveth as well, right? Like the grubs, you get some extra stuff in there. The Rift
Right.
Herald, you're going to get the extra eyeball, So this is definitely going to be a priority for avoided. Magros really strong top side, but Black Beetle's no slouch either. So
Right.
one of those two guys is going to have to win top advantage to make that a priority for their team. So that'll be pretty key as well.
Well, and Saint's not going to give up those objectives easy. I
Yeah,
mean, he's not going to straight. I doubt he will straight up give them up. He may trade them out of necessity, right? Because somebody's already on it, or there's no lane prio. But I don't think he's going to give it up without trying to take it. So there should be also some spicy fights around objectives and objective control too.
yeah, this is going to be fun. Yeah, I guess that's. I guess that's more of all of the predictions we could do. I'm sure we could probably talk forever, but we are going to be getting our game underway soon. I believe we are within that 3-minute timer now. If production can confirm, maybe. Okay. Client stuff. Okay, all right. Yeah, let's pull up rosters for me, please, so we can talk some of these head to head. Whoa, hey, see that? We got the 3D effect for you guys at home tonight. Sure, you got your
I love
glasses
it.
on, right? Here we go. So we get to talk a little bit about some of these rosters again. Yeah, I guess
Dr.
I think.
Strangeglove is a player that's a different username, right?
Oh yeah.
What was
He's
the former
also
name?
known as Coach Gross
Old
and
Man Liver. Yes.
Old Man Liver. That's the one.
Yeah.
So
I
good.
remember that one.
Yeah, he's definitely a mainstay. Actually, I learned recently he took some time off for some health related stuff. Glad to have him back, and I don't want to overshare or anything, but really glad that he's back on the Rift and making an impact for his team. Always love to see some of our returning faces, and yeah, even though he's had a couple name changes. Just wanted to give him a little shout out. Also, former Texas coach. I used to be a Texas coach as well, so I always got to give a little extra love to the
Sure.
Texas coaches. Yeah, we'll see how he does against PCS Device tonight. I know you were saying you're familiar with their game. I believe
Yeah.
they played Misfortune Fortune last week, so this is kind of a return.
Misfortune is,
Yeah,
I would say, an expected choice if it was up on the board for Kelly.
gotcha.
Kelly Device's name is Kelly. But yeah.
Mm.
And Lexi's at mid, so the kinds of things you're going to kind of see at mid from Lexi, Ari, Lux, those kind of enchanter type mage, I should say, mage mid laners. I guess when you put an enchanter in the mid lane, it's called a mage, right?
Yeah, right. They flip it. That's funny. I am really excited to see after Lirazel had that Ziggs game last week. I feel like that was a very, it didn't go her way, of course, but that was a very signature Lirazel pick. Seeing her on an Enchanter tonight, assuming the Seraphine is going support. Can't wait to kind of see what she's got there. I think she's going to maybe prove some of her doubters wrong, What are your predictions there?
What are they doubting her for?
Well, I called her several times on the broadcast last week. I'll admit it was kind of me. I was saying that she's the greediest Coach Rival support, and she's always playing damage focused supports and stuff like that. So to see her, on more of a Chandra style character, right, with Seraphine being a little bit more that style, I guess maybe she's going to prove me wrong.
Well, let's look, before you say that, let's watch the damage charts at the end of the game. I bet you it's still a damage support.
Yeah,
she's
no, right.
gonna
Yeah,
do
that's
damage.
true.
She's gonna be in lane. She's gonna be chunking people out, trying to protect her ADC. But yeah, she's definitely she definitely prefers those damage supports. I think their plan, Avoidad's plan last week, was like a split push style Ziggs. But I think we'll see this week when she's, like you said, back kind of in her wheelhouse of enchanters. We'll see how it goes. So that should be an interesting matchup in the bot lane too. Both supports relatively squishy. Both ADCs have very explosive potential with their ultimates. So yeah, it should be a good matchup. I'll be interested to watch that. But I really think the game decider is going to be that jungle matchup, and what will help decide that is what happens in the top lane. True.
Yeah, and I think, speaking of the top lane, I think the surprise pick of the match has to go for the Swain top.
Sure.
Assuming that's what that is. I can't see that going anywhere else, really. I don't think it'll be a Veigar top, but Swain top. You don't really see it too often. Against the tank matchup against Malphite, could be pretty volatile, I guess. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of jungler attention in that area, especially, Zucchini playing Belveth. He's not going to necessarily want to farm up a whole lot. I know he's the type who's probably going to look for a level 3 gank. And, depending on which way he starts, if he starts red side, you may see him look for an early, level 3 gank if he goes kind of buff to buff and then looks for something there. So we'll see, if the Swain's got an early push, maybe he ends up falling. I've played with Black Beetle before, and I've never seen him play Swain that I can remember. So it's kind of exciting for me, to be honest, because dude is hey, we're back in. It's here we go. We're getting the 3D effect for you guys again. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see how he does because Blake's. I've always known Blake is like tank style champ pool, a lot like me, right? Like you said, he plays the Sejuani. So Swain kind of a pseudo tank, right? A drain tank, I guess, but not a traditional tank. So that's going to be really fun to see.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great also disengaged champ, like he throws his ult and everyone like scatters, nobody wants to hang out in the Swain ult because bad. Yeah. So we'll see. So that offers their team a little bit more of CC and it gives them a little bit of disengage too. If there's a fight they don't want to take.
Yes. Okay. We've just been told by production we're within the 3-minute window, guys. We're almost to live action. Yeah, it's occasionally you got 10 adults in a room playing League of Legends. There's going to be some technical issues.
You got extra minutes of you and I's excellent analysis desk.
Right. I'm sure people are doing. They're at home doing the enhance thing, trying to read what the books are behind me and stuff. Like, what is he reading? Don't look. This is. I'm just kidding. You can look.
That's my front door behind me. It's not exciting. So
yeah, what's going on back there, right?
Yeah,
that's so funny. Yeah, no, I'm excited to get this underway though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's fair to pick kind of who I think won or lost the draft necessarily, because like I said, both teams kind of got a little bit of what they wanted. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting too. Like we haven't talked a ton about that mid lane matchup really, but it could be super boring actually. Like they both could just decide to farm up, and wait till the late game, or they could just push wave and wander. So we'll see what approach they decide to take because I think it could go either way, frankly.
Yeah, true. This is where my bronze brain comes into, right? Because I don't have the same high level understanding of these people who are in like Challenger and stuff, right? But in my brain, Vhagar is a scaling champion, right? He's going to want to like wait, build up, and get all those stacks and get huge later. Swain, kind of similar, right? Wants to get that level 2 or level 3 ult to really start to pop, right? So you've got some kind of scaling stuff over there, and then on the other side, I feel like it's not necessarily the same because you've got like Malphite just kind of after he's level 6, that's all that matters, right? He's got his ult, and then the combo with Misfortune works basically with anybody as long as they're CC'd. So I don't know if it's like an early win for Avoided and then a late game win for Redclad, but it does seem like
I don't know, man. Bel'Veth, Bel'Veth can scale. She's kind of a dirty scaler too. So
True.
If you don't pay attention to her, she will be enormous late game. So I agree on paper. Redclad, sorry. Redclad, it looks to be like the late game team. But I also think that Bel'Veth, you can't discount the Bel'Veth is going to scale too. So.
Well, I think that's about all the analysis we've got time for. Just been told we are about to load into client. I hope you guys are hydrated, right? Hydro homies, bring out your water bottles. Because we are in it. We're in it for game 1 here between these two teams, and then we got a second head-to-head coming up right after. I know those teams are already practicing, so no client issues, nothing like that. I'm sure it'll be all good. And here we are. We're on the Rift and into game 1 action. We are seeing confirmation of these lane assignments, where people are going, who's playing what. And, it looks like our eventual predictions were absolutely correct. It is going to be Black Beetle on the Swain. We see some early vision here from Lexi, not going punished.
Oh, that was such great self-control on the part of Saint.
Just in and out. I know, right? He was.
You just watched her. I was like, oh, I definitely would have not. I would have jumped out and probably died. But yeah.
Yeah, it could have been
but
bad.
Okay,
right?
so let's look a little bit at these like some spells. You'll notice that the mid laner and top laner for both teams have TP, so they'll be very mobile. They can come into the fights very quickly. Bot lane has for Red Kled, they have cleanse and heal, and they have heal and exhaust over on the side of avoided. So again, you're looking to avoided is looking to do damage, right, to exhaust, so that the misfortune can get those last shots in. And it looks like Strange Glove is wanting to be able to get rid of, the Seraphine stuns and slows and potentially a Lux Q.
Yeah, looks like they've all got kind of a good idea of what they want to do. Got to also shout out production with the flyover across the river.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so clean. I love that. Like that early game stuff, It's like, let's just, if you forgot what the riff looks like, it's nice and peaceful early in the game, right? But it gets a little crazy later. So, I love it. Love to call it out. Looks like both teams.
It looks like both junglers are doing the full clear right now.
Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah, they're doing every camp on their bot sides. Zucchini is slightly ahead on his camp, but we'll see. They may decide to go into a lane after this point if any lane looks juicy. I don't know. Bot lane looks kind of juicy for a gank if I was Belveth, but we'll see.
Yeah, they're both. It's interesting. They're both. Nice call out on Twitch. No ignite from anybody anywhere on either team. But it is interesting. We did say, right, top lane was going to be kind of one of the key matchups. And it looks like both junglers realize, hey, top lane needs to be a focal point. They both start bot side, work their way towards the top side to do their clears. And it looks like we may end up having maybe a 2v2 in the top lane because they're kind of mirroring each other so far, as you can see on the mini-map there. Early push from Black Beetle also means that he could be in trouble, but we'll have to see because neither jungler has really made it quite there just yet, as it looks like they finished their second buffs.
And as I'm looking at like the CS counts, it's dead even in mid lane, but they're 9 CS. Red Kled is up 9 CS in the bot lane, 10 now, and that's a significant difference at this point in the game. So I can see why Avoided is pushed under that bot turret, right? They're definitely being out farmed and sort of out leveled at this point.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
So Zucchini skipped that last camp. Yeah, Zucchini skipped that last camp, but he's only level 3.
It looks like he's going to back it out, realizing, maybe I just need to farm up for a minute. He did get the Scuttle Crab, though, so that's going to put him I see they're both 24 to 24 if you look at the CS at the bottom. So he happened to get that first scuttle during that scuffle there. That's going to mean
but he's still level
straight down to the bot
3.
lane.
Yeah,
true. He's just going to hit 4 and then recall now, and still nobody's committed to, really fully committed to a tower dive or a fight just yet. Just a little bit of trading. I also see Saint placing a really deep ward. You see that down on the mini map there. That could become a factor. They're going to know exactly where Zucchini is when he goes to clear out his chickens, and they can't see him yet, but he is headed down towards that bot lane. Saint again mirroring, also in the bot lane. These guys have just been near each other the entire game, so really interesting so far.
Right, and it seems like they're just clearing until those early objectives have spawned. So the first drake is Mountain Drake, it's already up, and then the grubs will be spawning in a minute. I don't see the timer on the screen, but it should be about a minute.
Yeah, the grub timer is weird. It's not a production thing, don't worry. It's like even when the overlay is up, the grub timer is hidden by the Rift Herald timer. It's bugged. So all good. We'll we'll keep an eye out. I think it's coming up, like you said, right at 6 minutes, and I'll see which team makes which of these two kind of a priority. Again, no full commitment here. You probably won't see a lot of that until we start seeing level 6s. Do have the mid laners both hitting 6, and it looks like Black Beetle hits it before Magros, but nobody else quite to level 6 just yet.
All right, so Black Beetle's backing for to buy with 17 more CS than Magros. So Magros is also, he's going to have to back just to keep up with Black Beetle in terms of items.
That's a really big buy. Yeah.
Here we go in mid lane. Jub and flashed out.
Oh, and now we get a return. Both jungglers once again right near each other. Both of them in the mid lane, kind of in the same train of thought here.
They both feel a little hesitant.
No full commitment still.
Yeah.
Let's see. Once again, still hovering around. This could be it. Saint now coming back around, doing the wraparound.
Flashed.
Flash in.
Q.
She still has flash available. Not going to use it yet. Nerves of Steel. Going to cost him, though. Goes down under the turret from Jubbin, formerly known as artist formerly known as Jubs. He's going to take down Alexi there. Alexi a little greedy holding on to that flash. Looked like they could have made it out if they maybe just decided, hey, I need to flash early here. But no, just thinking maybe they had enough to get out of there. And that's going to be first blood.
I mean, everybody had been playing a little hesitant, so it's possible that they just thought they're not going to go in under turret, at level 5, level 6 on me. And but when he got that third Sejuani stack, I knew he was going to go in, right?
The steal! Oh, okay, Zucchini comes in. He's looking for more. This is a 3v2, though. Zucchini's in trouble. It's going to go down. Yeah. He does get that third grub. Get some long-range poke there from Lexi, but nothing really going to stick. Saint still not level 6, so they're going to just basically get the 2 grubs and get out of there. There have been some changes. If you've been away from League of Legends for a couple months, you only need 4 grubs now to get the bonus little grublets when you're tower pushing. So getting 2 there is probably going to be considered a success for Redcled. But I know Zucchini's going to feel real good about stealing that third one regardless and not giving over all 3 of those. So that was interesting play. Definitely, I'm sure he wasn't planning on dying, but I'm sure he's happy he got the grub anyway.
Yeah, there's Lexi going in a little bit on Jub and pushing him in under turret. He has to use his cage to get out there. There's
chat calling out. This is AP Malphite. Yeah, this is going to be kind of fun to see with the early Bambi Cinder. He's got the we'll see what he decides to build next. He's got the Arcane Comet. Yeah, interesting. This is not your traditional split push Magros build, I don't think.
No, this is a utility team fight build. Yes, for sure. And Magros has really nice map awareness. He's also a former teammate of mine, so I can vouch for that. He's got very good map awareness in these games, so you can expect him to always be watching the mini map and trying to be in the right place at the right time, especially with that TP that he took.
Yeah, Black Beetle still has TP available. That's a good call out, Danielle. Both of these guys also having their ult as well, both having flash, but that TP could be a big difference maker if we see a team fight break out. Lexi getting chunked there. Jebin starting to get those stacks up. We see the ult come through, but Black Beetle flashes away. Quick timing there. That was like point blank.
Yeah.
He is going to get out. That was really impressive, actually. But we see more ults coming through. Wow, we get Strange Glove and Lyrizel going to use both of them. Flash is also being used here. Everyone's using everything in their kit. Cartera holding on to both summoner spells, but we have...
They know Sejuani's there. Yep. She's trying. There's the ult gets thrown out.
Can he get the kill?
I think she's dead.
Auto should do it. Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Get out.
I cannot believe that the Misfortune is still alive. Oh, there's 4 bot. Now they need to just get out.
Everybody's here. Jebin's looking for more. Some cleanup. And Lyrizel gets away from the baby cage. No CC is going to stick. Everyone walks away. That was insane. That looked like it was going to be really bloody, yeah. And then somehow we get flash and cleanse used by Strange Glove. We get heal, flash, exhaust, flash from the bot duo from Avoided. I mean, you got just like basically everybody using everything in their kit there, and nobody died. That was nuts.
I know. Cartera still is holding on to heal and flash, and PCS device has their ult, but otherwise everything got blown basically in that fight.
Yeah. Just seemed like everyone said, enough of this farming stuff. We're gonna just scrap. Let's go.
But I know. Well, that was what you said. Like once everybody's got level 6, it's gonna get a little spicier. So that was exactly right.
Enough. Yeah, we're starting to see some items come in as well. A miss on the ult there from Lexi, but the miss from Jubbin is point and click, so that's going to be a kill secured. Jubbin now 2-0-1, 100% kill participation here in the first 11 minutes. Really, really nice game. Jub making reminding folks that he's a force to be reckoned with here in this mid lane.
There's going to be a contest here. Belvath is on the grubs. Sejuani just entered into the pit with her.
We got a fight in the top lane too. I know, but right?
There's a fight. Yeah. Vigar is rotating, and that's what's going to turn this fight right now. I can tell you.
This is so funny.
Swain has also rotated, so Zucchini is dead. Yeah.
Zucchini. It's just I love that he was like, "No, you're not going to push me out of this pit."
I know, right? Even when they were all 3 rotated in, he had to have known. His laners had to have been calling that out. That like they're coming.
Yeah,
they're coming. Get out.
It's like I'm going down. I'm taking a grub with me, man.
I mean,
nice
honestly, though,
there.
like he had flash. In theory, he could have flashed out the back of the pit.
Yeah, right. Just maybe thinking like, you know what? I'm already committed to this. You get that tunnel vision sometimes, right? As a jungler, you're like, I got the objective, man. So we've all been there.
I know.
You see another ult from Strange Glove here. Is this going to be sticky enough to get PCS device? This is a 1v1. Cartera comes in with the ult in the end there, does land, and Strange Glove does secure the kill. Lyrazel almost able to save PCS device there with the ult of her own, but not quite enough. PCS device just a little too low there. No summoner spells available. And they do get punished in that exchange.
All right,
nothing
here
else
we come
really just
for another
yet,
objective fight here.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna leave. Like okay.
Our junglers, they continue to meet each other every couple of minutes here, and they both right now. Zucchini's just basically a cheerleader on the sidelines, just watching this objective go down. But he knows it's happening, and now we see a little bit of a commitment.
So
these guys are
Mike
going to fight.
Magros has TP'd.
It's the ult out from Saint, but the flash out from Saint. Looks like he's not sure if he can finish this off. Zucchini going very low. Jevin gets another kill. Magros gets vaulted over with the last cone. He's going to get the shutdown kill. So both junglers dead here. No one taking the objective just yet, and Black Beetle stays top after Magros TP's bot, so he's going to get a bunch of plates. Looks like almost gets 4 entire plates there. And everyone's just kind of still sniffing around the Drake. No commitment because the junglers are dead. So we're going to see this may be a continuation of this play here. It looks like Zucchini's heading straight down there, and same thing from Saint. Everyone's just heading right back for more. No, maybe not. Zucchini, no, he's on the top. Never mind.
Bot lane and top lane, they just lost top lane. Bot lane is about to go. So objective bounties are up for Avoided. Right now there's a 6k gold difference. And it's very early on. So that's going to be tough for them to come back from that one.
Yeah.
And it looks like
huge gold lead.
Redclad is going to trade objectives here. Although Zucchini is not doing... Oh, there he is. He's going back to Rift. Okay, good.
He got scared. He's like, oh, no, they're coming.
Yeah, but actually they were on that. Yeah,
they were not coming. But now they know he's on it. There's actually a TP coming in. It looks like Jubbin's going to be TPing in very early. He's the only one here right now. So this is a 2v1. Not sure if he can take this. He's just going to be really annoying until his buddies arrive. Yeah. Can they steal it? No, this is going to be taken by Zucchini.
Okay, Swing got caught by a Q. He's ulted.
Yeah,
he's gonna go in.
Zucchini's empowered at the moment, so he's feeling really kind of brave. It's going to get
Yeah.
chunked, but he's going to still survive here. The flash in from Black Beetle may have been a flash to his doom.
Stay in there, Lexi.
Lexi's
Give
still
him-
here. Oh, no.
Oh, so close.
gonna
No,
be-
now the helium started.
The ult from Black Beetle still going. Oh my gosh, he's still alive. Yeah, 2 more kills for Redclad. Potentially a third one in this bot lane exchange.
Oh.
Is there just enough
All
range?
right.
There is. They do get a return kill. Cartera goes down. So not a clean one in the bot lane here, but they do get PCS device yet again. Man,
Yeah,
action
they
on
do.
both sides of the map.
I mean, and at this point, like, Doctor Strangeglove is 50 CS over PCS device, so that's going to be a real disadvantage in the bot lane for them. Not just like the early loss of tower, or even the fact that that PCS device is 0-2 right now, but that minion diff is a lot. That's multiple
huge.
items at this point. Yeah, multiple components, I should say. So yeah,
Yeah, we
that'll
see
be a
the
tough one
former.
to come back from.
Yeah, we used to call these mythic items, and now they're just big items, right? I don't know what they call them anymore, but we see the first mythic coming out for Ashe there, feeling pretty strong. But we do see this mid lane push with the earlier acquired Rift Herald. So he's really committing to this. Does get out with the bounce back. A lot of damage there from Lexi, but misses the ult. And now with 3 members committed, can they survive? Zucchini going in under turret, taking a couple turret shots, and he's not going to survive after that. A little bit of an overplay there, and they're going to pay for it. We've got 4 members strong, 5 members strong, in fact, for Redclad, and they're going to pick up another kill on Lexi here. It's 2 now for Redclad with nothing in response just yet from Avoided, and they don't have enough minions to get this mid lane push going. But so far, a couple early quick kills means that they're going to be putting additional gold in their pockets. They're already in the lead, and they're going to continue to build that lead.
Yeah, there's that was a really good push on the part of Redclad. And again, they haven't lost a turret yet. The Avoided's jungle is now full of red vision. So yeah, they're playing really strong right now, and definitely the momentum and tempo is in their favor at this point.
Yeah, Redclad really doing maybe a lot of additional work with that week off, that bye week in week 1. You can see these guys obviously played together a bit. You see some team synergy already. They're looking really strong here in their debut match, and maybe it's that extra bye week in the early part of the season. Maybe it's just the luck of the draw, and they're having a great game, but really firing on all cylinders tonight is Redclad, and Black Beetle still kind of coaxing Magros into a fight that he doesn't want to take, and Magros goes down to about 30% health after that. Didn't really have to use anything, but loses all his health, has to recall, and not going to feel great about that. Swain gets to free push now in the top lane.
Yeah, so it's hard if you're Belveth and you're not getting to eat a lot of people. Is that what she does? Does she eat people, their souls, whatever it is? If she's not eating the void corals or whatever, it's hard for her to be relevant for very long in the game. So, and if you don't have a Belveth that's relevant, then Avoided is really going to struggle here, because I think, need to rely on Belveth to get them ahead. But right now, Belveth is 0-4, so that Ashe pick looking good right now. The Veigar looking really good right now in the mid and bot lanes. Top lane's still a little bit of a no man's island, but yeah.
Yep. And also worth noting, a lot of players still level 10. Level 11 is when you get that upgraded ultimate, and they're going to make use of this big level advantage right now. Redclad taking this fight in enemy territory. Cartera goes very low, but Lyrazel also low. Huge ult from PCS device. They're all just walking right into it, but they do survive somehow. Not quite enough damage from PCS device just yet.
I can't see.
Does not have ult. No, looks about halfway on cooldown. That could have been huge. Yeah, really intense fight. Probably exactly the fight that Avoided was looking for. even though they got a little surprise there on just not quite enough damage. You're just seeing those wallets come into play here. Red Clad with a 10k gold lead means, yeah, they're going to have a lot more damage. They're going to have a lot more defense to withstand the onslaught. And you saw it there in that fight. That could have really gone in Avoided's favor, but yeah, just way too far behind at this point.
So yeah, the map is really Red Clads to run at this point. They have all the momentum. I'd be surprised if they weren't looking to make a play on Baron at right now.
Absolutely.
So I mean,
yeah,
the side can't even really go into their own jungle safely anyway. You see Lyrazel very tentatively walking into the jungle to clear vision. But it looks like they might make a play here. They have that. Okay.
They have numbers, yeah. The cage goes down.
This is not
that's a flash out. Jebs knows he's in trouble. But now, looks like call the ambulance, not for me. It's for you. Black Beetle goes all in, flashes in, being very confident. He's got backup. They don't have a minion wave here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. They're going to have it now. The minions are starting to appear. But this is still a 3v2 if Cartera sticks around. So this tower is definitely on its way out. I think they're going to have to give this up. Zucchini looking to just do something here, but he's a melee minion at this point with his health bar, so he's not able to step up. And that's going to be an ult there in the mid lane and an ult in the bot lane. Oh my gosh, we get a fight going simultaneously.
Oh.
Jubilus goes very low, but not low enough. We see, oh no, the game
hit the spectator button again.
Okay, now I can see it again. Magros goes down. The spaghetti code coming into work. And yeah, it looks like after it all, Red Click still 5 apes strong. They're all standing tall and pushing topside and simultaneously taking Baron here. Avoided looking like they're on the ropes.
Yeah, this 11k gold difference at this point is going to be really hard to come back from this. And this Baron should give them the extra kind of push they need. Oh, that was a good try on Lexi's part there to try and steal that. But this should give them the push they need to go ahead and win the game, I think. I think what I would have liked to have seen from Avoided here at the end is just more grouping and catching people out. So for instance, like that play in the top lane that we just saw was this long extended fight. If more people had rotated immediately to that top lane before the Veigar got there, they could have killed the Swain, if 2 or 3 of them had rotated and just moved very quickly and killed him before the rest of Red Clad could get there. I think they would just need to look for picks because Red side was so strong otherwise, but they just weren't really able to sort of coordinate those picks.
Yeah, we see in Twitch chat also calling out no heal cut for Team Avoided. They could really use it right now with Nami's heals, obviously Black Beetle doing work with all his kind of self-healing. And I feel like, maybe that could be something that would help a bit. But we are going to see Saint sticking around a little too long. There's several members rotating now. They've finally shown up. But, man, he's in a 5v1 and almost gets a kill. My goodness, Saint stepping up. And 5 strong still from these guys. But they're going to walk into the meat grinder here. It looks like Strangelove just stepping up as Ash even flashing forward. Magro's still alive, but just about everybody else on the team down, and he's going to follow. Not much of a minion wave here, but that is going to be huge cleanup for Red Clad.
They've still got empowered minions, Yep.
This is going to probably be it. Jubilus was just pushing that turret the whole time, and that's going to be an open nexus. 4 players here with that huge gold lead. They're going to close that game out, and no enemy players alive. That's going to be all she wrote. Red Clad Redemption wins their debut match.
Yeah, GG's to everyone on that game.
GG's, exactly. Yeah, I always say it in the heat of the moment. I'm sure that there's maybe a better way I could have communicated some of these guys getting beat up a little there. I'm sure that the guys on Avoided wish that the game went a little more in their favor. Definitely no love. All love to everybody, I should say. Zucchini, especially, I called you out a couple times for dying. It's only because you're my boy. So I appreciate everybody stepping up there and, playing the best game that they could at the time and, throwing it all out there on the Rift. We are going to see some replays here in just a moment. So let's see if we've got those ready from our production crew. Oh, okay. Okay.
So, Ronnie, one of the things that you talked about was if it was a quick game, who did it go in favor of? And we thought Avoided if it was a quick game, and if it was a long game, then Red Clad Redemption would have the advantage. But as it turns out, it was a fairly short game, and the scaling on the part of Red Clad started. They very quickly outscaled Avoided. The Belveth did not get the kills that she needed to be powerful and really annoying in that Belveth sort of way. Black Beetle was very strong on the Swain and was able to sort of keep Magros in check on Malphite. Mid lane, there was not a ton of roaming in that. We talked about that could potentially affect the game. There wasn't a ton of roaming, a little bit. They did a little bit. And then in the bot lane, the Avoided really got poked under turret early. And then it's hard once you start getting poked under turret and getting behind and then getting out CS. It's very hard to get out from under the turret unless there's like a rotation from your team to kind of help you and relieve that pressure a little bit. And that just didn't happen in the bot lane for Avoided. So it was a very clean, strong game on the part of Red Dead. Clad.
100%. The lovers duo also came into effect, right? Blake and Allison, Black Beetle and Cartera. Some great married synergy there, right? We're gonna say that that's definitely a win for that column there. And then Jubilus and Black Beetle playing with each other again for the first time in a minute looked really, really good. It's easy to look good when your team's up by 10K, 12K gold, right? But they had to earn that gold lead. So shout out to Red Clad, really clean game. Believe maybe we have replays? No, maybe not. Okay, yeah, we'll see if we've got some replays coming. You guys stick with us. We will have some at some point. I believe we are getting ready for our Game 2 matchup, though. So if you wanted to take a quick 5-minute reset break, if that's okay with everybody, and we'll be right back with some more action, so don't go anywhere. We've got our second game of the match tonight, which is going to be Shake That Ash versus Hearts of Diamond. So really excited about that one. Once again, don't go anywhere. Stick glued to the screen. We'll be back in like 5 minutes, guys. The overlay went to break before us. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I had it. Yeah. Look at this. Look at
we'll have to practice that one.
Yeah, we'll have to see about lining it up. Man, I know our production team is dealing with some technical difficulties tonight too. So thank you guys for bearing with us. We're a 3-man crew tonight, or I should say a 3-person crew. I should say 3-man crew, right? Danielle joining us here. It's not a boys club tonight, and I'm enjoying it. So it's fun having your perspective on tonight.
Glad to be here.
Coop. Hey, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right, man. I appreciate you working on it. We are still stuck in this internet hell with you guys. We're stuck in cyberspace. We can't leave. Oh yeah, the TFT tournament. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, sure. We can talk about that. So we're in week 2 of the TFT tournament. Basically, it's a 8-person tournament. although I opened it, I was originally hoping maybe we would get 16 players. You know, we could run 2 games, but that didn't quite pan out. So we limited it to 8. And basically, we just play on Mondays. We play 1 game, and first place gets 8 points, second place gets 7 points, so on and so forth. Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah. So, but right now we're running it. There will be some familiar names to you in that bracket. Lirazel, um, Zucchini is in the bracket. So both of those we just saw tonight. Lexi, I think, is in the bracket as well. Magros is in there. So actually, there is like half the team plays the TFT tournament. So yeah,
That's great.
it's been really fun. And we all, which is I didn't know how this was going to work originally, but so like when we open up the brackets, there is a voice channel that opens up automatically in Discord. And everybody jumps into the voice channel, the same voice channel. We play competitively against each other while in the same voice channel. And I was hesitant about that at first. But everyone has been very chill and very kind, and it's worked out great. So that has been a lot of fun. That's been a lot of fun to run. That's one of the things I'm doing this summer instead of playing in the league. And I'm also jumping in for some occasional casting.
I know, right?
To help out this summer. So, but yeah, the TFT tournament is looking really great. We're in week 2. We're going to play 6 weeks of it. I think Zucchini is in the lead right now. I have not double checked the leaderboard when you brought this topic up, but I think that's the case. If anyone's in chat and you would like to update me, please do so. No?
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, we'll sorry, I'm juggling. I do this thing where Coop talks to me and then I talk back to him even though I'm not supposed to. This is why Justin is usually the guy who does a lot of these things because he's a lot better at it than I am. But yes, we are about to go to break. That was really a really great recap from you, Danielle. It's nice to know everybody's passing the vibe check in the call. We are going to take a 5-minute break now, and we are going to come back with game 2. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, guys. Yes. Boom, we're back at you. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, it's been an awesome game one so far, Danielle. I'm glad to have you with me tonight. Glad we get the cast. I know we're former like solo queue buddies, and then we're like former coach rivals. So I love that we're getting a chance to kind of cast together tonight. What would you say if you had to put a bow on game one? What would your synopsis be?
I mean, Red Clad was so dominant in that game.
Yeah.
It was hard for Avoida to get out from underneath that, and I'm not sure what the answer would be for Avoided. So I guess that was why I paused, because I'm not quite sure what the answer is. But
I like that.
You know, they were just dominant, especially in that bot lane. They were very dominant. They poked out, you know, the jungle contest was it was tough. Zucchini struggled with the jungling thing. Saint looked really good in that game. That Sejuani is a comfort pick for him too. The mid lane was not. I didn't feel like the mid lane was. I thought it was pretty even for a while, even though Veigar got up 2-0. That was not like Lexi's poor laning ability or anything. You know, there was some ganks there that happened, and so you know he did. I thought the mid lane was fairly even. So all right, we got the draft for the next game going. Shake that Ash, and Hearts of Diamond.
No time.
I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, we did see both of these teams play last week, you know, in various ways. We did some kind of B-stream stuff, and believe Shake That Ash was on our broadcast for game one last week. You've seen them again now, so if you watched last week, you're familiar with their game. We do see Lux, Vex, and Jin band away, followed by Vi, Malphite, and Morgana. First pick coming through here for Shake That Ash on blue side. Looks like it's potentially a Seraphine that does get locked in. That's the second Seraphine game already tonight. Wow. So interesting.
And there's Brand. You ban it or you play it.
Oh, man.
Nashama was calling me out for bragging about my win rate, but he's really strong right now. I know yeah.
100% presence. Coach Rivals. I think maybe both tiers, because also he got played in Legends tier as well. Don't quote me on that stat, because that's probably wrong. But Brad's seeing a lot of action here. Surprised it wasn't banned, but looks like, yeah, Shake That Ash had different priorities to get rid of it, and not willing to first pick it as well. Really interesting. Second pick, what's it going to be here? Waiting all the way down to the final seconds of this one. Maokai.
So, no, Maokai is a support play. Brand, is he going to be mid or jungle?
Right.
Maokai is a Master Blaster specialty. Did you see that clip of him stealing a dragon with a sapling yesterday? That's a Master Blaster
so
pick.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good call out. That's really flexible too, though. Both of these characters could really go just about anywhere. And we see our first Skarner in Champs tier. Oh man, this is gonna be awesome.
Is it the jungle though, or is it the top lane?
Gotta be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. Timo's the only one we're missing now. We do have Skarner locked in though, so that's gonna be probably jungle. So that's likely a Saikaze Skarner. Could also be played top by Nightwolf. I mean, heck, who knows, right? It could even be mid. You never know, right, with Coach Rivals. So we do see Tristana get locked in by Hearts of Diamond before we get into these final four bans. So both teams kind of starting to shape out. Shake That Ash gets the Caitlyn as well. We didn't mention Caitlyn, a very strong pick at the moment. So, yeah really interesting.
Caitlyn is. Jin and Caitlyn both are very strong. Any ADC that builds heavy crit items is great right now.
Yeah. And we see Veigar taken off. Nobody wants any taste of what Jubilus was putting out last game, even though he's not on the Rift this time around. even these teams had whiplash from that Vagar performance. So he's off the board. Olaf gets taken down as well. Final ban from Hearts of Diamond. Let's see what they want to get rid of here. It's going to be a Jace ban. Oh man, and then Shyvana, the final ban from Shake That Ash. Oh my goodness, we're seeing some spicy bans. Yeah, I was not predicting a Jace ban, but it's nice to know that these guys have been scouting each other. Maybe that's just going back to their scout
Jax. Okay, there's a Jax. I feel in top lane with Jax, but we'll see.
Could be Hearts of Diamond. Their jungler is Ancient Relic. Ancient Relic is a newcomer to Coach Rivals, so not familiar with what they play too often, but they did play Shyvana last week, which is why you're seeing it banned here. The Jax could be top lane, could be jungle. Maokai could be jungle, could be support. Brand could be mid, could be jungle, could be support. Tristana could be mid, ADC. These are all flex picks, man. This is crazy.
Actually, I think Tristana mid might actually be a good call. If I remember right, Big Bad Hand is an ADC player. So
Udyr.
Okay.
Corky Udyr.
Yes.
Oh man, this is not on my bingo card.
Okay, because I thought I did not feel like the Skarner was a Sakazi pick, but the Udyr I feel is a Sakazi pick.
Oh man, do you think so? Yeah, that's a Sakazi classic from way back before he got his rework and stuff. This is going to be interesting. This really could go either way.
Oh, Sejuani again. Okay, so it's got to be Tristana Maokai, Brand mid, Jack top.
Sejuani I think so. Yeah, that's a Bob the Tank special there with the Jax. He also plays the Olaf, which is why you saw that get banned out. Last week he played Volibear, just decided not to play that again this time around. It's going to be locking in. Looks like probably Jax. I think you're right. That's a safe bet there. Yeah, really, really nice stuff. I like the idea. You got the long range engage from the Maokai and the Sejuani, followed up by the Jax with the big stuns. And then Brand and Tristana just want you to be grouped up so they can deal all that explosive damage. That should be a really nice team fight for Hearts of Diamond. I'll be looking for once they hit level 6 and start grouping up, see what they do. And then on the other side, we Shake That Ash. We said it. Caitlyn, a really strong pick. Skarner, a pick that's like kind of universally banned in pro play right now because it's considered really strong. Yeah, Corky, another
in most elos, he's considered to be the top of the S tier. He hasn't been nerfed. He hasn't been affected by recent changes. So, he's still quite strong in the top lane or the jungle. So either one of those places he could be strong at. And Corky is very good right now in the mid lane and in the bot lane. Just a really, really strong pick. So I'm excited to see what Coyote does with that pick. And he's probably running it into that Brand. Although I think Corky can stay far enough away from the Brand to maybe not get lit up every time Brand throws his E. But I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, good call outs. I like to say that Shake That Ash is kind of like the solo queue team, right? You see a lot of these characters in solo queue carrying, right? These are the type of characters you're probably locking in and you're going to win a lot of the time. And then Hearts of Diamond feels like a little bit more of a flex queue team where they've all kind of got the same, one mind idea there when it comes to how they want to play the game. So we'll have to see how it shakes out. Obviously, that's just the characters. You see a lot of these characters on Shake That Ash side as the traditional I'm playing this to carry, I'm playing this to win type characters. Not saying anything about anybody's skill level or anything, really more so just, very kind of different ways that these two teams are approaching how they necessarily want to win the game and kind of put the game on their shoulders. So,
so
really like
before we move into the game, I do just want to shout out Blue Sky and Loki Doki, who are my former teammates who played together 2 years ago. So they've been reunited here on this team. And so I'm excited to see what they do. And I remember very well the bot lanes of Valhalla back. Um,
Oh, yeah.
and
They were
so,
good.
yeah, Blue Sky's a wild man, really. He would always be like, oh, he would be like, let's go. And they'd be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Funny.
You know, he played
Yeah,
like
it's that-
Tristana and he would like jump in and then be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But he was,
It's like, oh, no.
but he and Loki Doki have a good rapport and a good relationship. So I'm excited to see how that carries over into the game tonight. So they should be
Heck yeah.
they should be great together.
Yeah, I like it. And, that's the second game, too, now that I've noticed. Loki was kind of known for being a Zyra player, if I'm not mistaken, a couple years ago. Second game in a row, Zyra was available. Second game in a row, Zyra was not picked. So Loki definitely diversifying their champion pool, looking to play a few other things this year. I know they're also known for Seraphine, but not necessarily just locking in that comfort Zyra pick. Looking more for what's strong at the moment, what's spicy at the moment. Also, I had another request to bring the cat back. So here's my cat again. This is Bluebell. She came with us all the way from Texas. She's been my cat for like 15 years almost now. I found her in a dumpster when she was really little. So she's hanging out. She likes to hang out with me when I stream, and she's chilling. So there's the cat. You guys
Like the
at home
ice
should
cream?
be.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, so we found her the day that we went to Bluebell Ice Cream, the factory. It's like a hot spot in Texas, right? You make the drive out, and when we came back home, there she was hanging out at the dumpster, and so I brought her in, and she's kind of been attached to me ever since. So.
Yeah, that's a very adorable cat. And a
Yeah,
great
she's
story.
cute. She's old too, though. Yeah, right. Thanks. But that's going to be us almost done with the timer. I believe we are within 60 seconds, 30 seconds. We're pretty close, so we're bringing you guys game action in a second. Drop your predictions in the chat. Yeah, Justin in chat calling out. He'd rather be attached to me than a dumpster too. Thank you. I think that's a compliment. Yeah. Drop your predictions for the game in chat, guys. Let us know what you're thinking. Who's going to get first blood? Who is going to take this game? We'll see how it goes. Robbie saying our shirts are coordinating, by the way, Danielle. That was unintentional. And here we are.
Does yours say weird too?
No, I think he just meant the color. Could you imagine if they both said weird? That'd be kind of epic. The synergy.
Oh my god.
Right? Here we go. Everybody kind of 5-pointing in this one, just like in game one. I say 5-pointing, but there's still a couple guys back in base from Shake That Ash.
Okay, Champ, here's what I need you to do. I need there to be some more invades. Just saying.
I know,
there to
right?
be some more invades.
Everyone's...
I know.
I love this.
Yeah, exactly. We've just got this nice flyover of the entire rift,
so calm.
And we need some action here, guys. I mean, we still have 30 more seconds to talk with nothing. Okay,
right?
Help us out.
Yeah, give us something. Yeah, exactly. You want to make the highlight reel? Yeah, we're getting away from the river this time. Look at this. We're going up here into the area. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we have our drone on site, guys. They are now flying above the champions, as you can see. Yeah, that's kind of funny. And just a quick confirmation. That is going to be, as you predicted, Udyr in the jungle for the Sakazi special here. Coming back to a big comfort pick of his. And Nightwolf will be piloting the top lane Skarner after all. So, yeah, that's a good call out there, Danielle. You know your coach rivals coaches.
Imagine.
Yeah,
I'm a Coach Rivals OG, and aren't you? I feel like you are too. I've been here a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute. You see returning faces, and I can't believe it's already season 5. Like it's crazy to think this journey started like shoot, 5 years ago, just about 6 years ago, because we had a season 0, so I always forget how that math works. But
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It was like
right.
in May or something during the shutdowns of COVID.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
remember Bob the Tank. He was on your team, wasn't he, Ronnie?
Oh yeah, way back. He took a couple
So
years
this
off,
was
and he's finally back this year.
so. If you remember correctly. Oh, here he goes in. Let's see. Is he gonna? He got the stun. Oh, but then it panned away. Sad. We didn't get to see what happened up there. But everybody seems to be getting a little chippy here.
I didn't even realize Merlin's playing the brand ADC. So Big Bad Hand is on the Tristana after all. Bob the Tank goes with the flash. Not enough damage. Oh my gosh, the flash away from Nightwolf. That was really close. One more auto would have done it. He just did not have the range. Just far enough for Nightwolf. Still no first blood. But yeah, that's interesting. We're seeing Brand played now in a new role tonight, playing in the ADC role. Not what I was expecting. Man, Merlin, this is going to be kind of interesting if they're going to be able to get enough tower damage here without an ADC on the team or in the bot lane, I should say.
Oh, here goes Big Bad Hand in on Coyote with the Tristana jump. But it looks like Coyote was able to get equal damage, so that looks like a pretty even trade actually. Zakazi is here in the bot lane trying to get a grab. It looks like he's gonna get Merlin. But now here comes the 20, so it's gonna be 3v3. Zakazi is gonna have to get out. The
run!
Loki, Doki, and Blue Side. Yep, there we go. I think everybody's got cooldowns at this point.
Nice stun.
So that one's a tough one.
And it's taken by Mather Blaster. That's great.
Those evil saplings.
Yep. Yeah, it was the sapling damage there. That's funny. Yeah, wow. It looked like it was going to go Shake That Ash's way with Saikaze showing up early. And then, Merlin looked like he was in some trouble there. And then there came Ancient Relic, so really nice.
You don't have to be a damage support to be a kill stealing support. Look at that.
Yeah. That's true, man. Matthew Blaster's doing it.
Yeah, let's see the replay.
You guys
Can you bring that
replay? Let's see it. This is
But now here comes the 20, so it's going to be 3v3. Sakaze is going to have to get out.
Coop's doing it. Okay, you saw it there. That was really intense. Yeah, let's get out of that replay. Yeah. Lirazel in chat saying supports deserve the kills. So she's it's just how she is, man. She loves getting those kills. Got to secure them. All respect to Lirazel. Yeah, at least you're securing them because half the time they get away when it's up to me. So glad to see first one secured, even if it is by Mather Blaster. Nightwolf, get out of there, buddy.
I think Nightwolf pushed up too far as soon as he gets that. Oh, wait, but here comes Sakaze.
Here, though.
Oh, dang. All right,
Gets away. On the tank now, still fighting this. He's a level up, but he's in a 2v1. This is not looking good for Bob the Tank.
Here, but here comes the 20 again. Oh my gosh.
Jump away.
Ancient Relic is always in the right place at the right time. Oh.
Gets the kill. Wow. That is insane.
I don't know Ancient Relic, but that is very impressive for counter ganking exactly at the right moment both times.
Yeah,
very
it's
impressive.
Just really nice stuff there. I'm sure that they were kind of saying in comms like, guys, we need help. And sure enough, Sejuani's skipping camps, coming straight up to help out. And, getting another kill under their belt. Now 101, 100% kill participation here in the first 6 minutes. RC, it looks like Ancient Relic's going for the early grubs here. Nobody's looking at Dragon yet, but we do see now Coyote roaming down from River. He is going to get spotted. You see him get pinged out there.
All right. So Bob the Tank was greedy and did not back.
But he's got his ult.
But oh my gosh, no!
Oh no, he's going to get the kill.
I take it back. I was wrong. Bob the Tank, I owe you an apology, and I fully apologize for that call. I thought you were being greedy. Turns out you were just being amazing.
He's being Jax, man. That's doing Jax things, right? And that's Ancient Relic getting all three grubs there.
Again. Look, he stayed again.
Oh my goodness, Bob the Tank getting that push all the way in, making sure that Nightwolf is not having a good time. Mather Blaster flashing in and getting the stun there. The
Yeah,
Root, I
on
should
Blue
say. Blue
Sky.
Sky still getting out with a flash of their
That
own.
was
Anything
very
goes.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, oof, that's another little bit of damage there. If Merlin and Mather Blaster had 6, that's probably a dead Blue Sky. But
Yeah,
alas,
exactly.
it's just going to be his summoner spells. Still not quite level 6. Everybody's going to back away. Hearts of Diamonds get they get the top side objective, and Shake That Ash gets the bot side objective. Right now, Hearts of Diamonds with a nice gold lead though, just about 2,000 gold in the lead here in the first 8 minutes. Oh, I don't know, man. I think that they want to dive on Blue Side right now, but neither one of them is still level 6. So
I know. I don't. That would be not a good plan.
yeah, see, that's my bronze brain again, going like, do it. Dive them, for no reason whatsoever.
Well,
Just
I mean, if
they exist.
they had 6, though, I mean, they would get more of that. They would have the CC from the Malphite ult, and
True.
they would have that burst damage from the Brand ult. But yeah.
Alas.
So this
This
is
ain't
an
doing a good job
interesting.
farming here.
The Merlin brand choice is an interesting one. So it's like an APC choice.
Yeah.
I saw
we
Oakmont
see a lot of
Esports
that.
in chat talking about who let that through. Brand's so
Mhm.
strong right now. So yeah, he is
Yeah.
very strong.
And to get it on red side too, that means that they didn't first pick it. We saw in the draft the priority was on the Seraphine, so they must have had a plan for Brand. I'm sure that they thought like, hey, we're not first picking it; it's going to get picked. It's been a staple, so we'll see. So far, not a huge impact.
Yeah, I don't think Master Blaster plays Brand. I'm trying to think, and I don't think he does.
Yeah, he's more. I know he plays some Nautilus. He plays, some hook champs, that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, he does play engaged supports.
Yeah. So love seeing him on the Maokai though. This is a good one, and so far it's going well, right? He's got a kill. He's on the board, so he's feeling real good.
I know, right?
I thought I'd see a little more action in this bot lane so far, but yeah, both junglers pretty happy to kind of just mostly farm up. We do see top lane with a huge lead so far for Bob the Tank in the farm department. He's up 1 kill. And he's up by 40 CS.
Yeah, that's a tough one to overcome. I mean, if you just look at the items alone, he's got the cloth vest, the Doran shield, the boots, in comparison to Sheen and boots and is that Caulfield's Warhammer, the green and brown one?
Yeah, I always forget. There's a couple of them that are the same, exact same name. I think you're right though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we'll see. Bob the Tank probably a bunch of gold in his pocket right now too. So the next time he gets to recall, gonna see probably a big item purchase for him. Just 400 gold. Okay,
so it looks like Skarner has gold in his pocket. Yeah. He should definitely back for that. It looks like Sejuani has gold to back on too, and maybe even Corky.
Yeah.
If that was my player, I would be making a note for that player. That they were greeting and I call it goblin hoarding. Ooh, Sejuani ult just went wide, but they're really going in on this. There's several flashes that just got burned here.
Yeah, Saikaze did steal one of the grubs early in this fight, so that is one grub missing going over to Shake That Ash. But
Saikaze's coming back too.
That's a huge stun for Bob to take. The ult goes off too. He's going to kill. This could be a double kill. In fact, Big Bad Hand now joining.
Oh,
they're gonna clean that up, but it is a double kill there for Bob the Tank.
Skarner did not rotate, but is instead getting some plates there. So hopefully, is actually good.
Oh, the turret! Oh no!
Yeah, the turret got him. I think he got a little too close before the minion wave hit, and then he tanked too many shots. It didn't look like he really knew he was taking the shots, Like, I was right. It's like, why am I dead all of a sudden? Yep, that was me taking the shot.
Yeah, minion block is the most powerful CC, guys.
It really is.
Brutal. Oh yeah, it's Phage, by the way. It's they're telling us in chat.
Phage.
That's
Okay.
what the
Thank
hammer
you.
was.
Thank you.
Doy, thanks chat. I spaced. Appreciate it. Yeah, so we do see a bounty here now for Bob the Tank with a 300 gold bounty on his head. 3-0-0. He's feeling really good here. Engaged from Matthew Blaster, but counter engaged from Loki Doki. My goodness, everybody's using ult. The ult from Merlin goes off and pops Loki Doki after the fight's over. Blue side lives with single digit health. The ult, oh my gosh, goes through, but Merlin lives.
He's trolling. Chase, you're trolling.
The friendship test, man. That was intense. Oh, the sapling. Okay, he's going to get away. All right, Blue side still had the net, so wow,
Ken, you're
really,
so
really close stuff. I know. Ken is just, he's playing with fire here. He knows Matthew Blaster can't kill him. Almost a steal there by Coyote with that missile, by the way. That was
very
intense.
close, very close.
We see, looks like, if we do finally get Blue Side retreating back to base, buying some items, getting those level 2
this
boots.
is a nice little setup here. Look, Bob the Tank doesn't know Saikazi's here. Nightwolf is pushing in. The wave is going to collapse, maybe? Oh, he's
I guess they're going to call it off. Maybe their spider sense is tingling, and Saikazi says, nah, I don't like it. Yeah, I know. I wanted to see it.
That's because I know what's on the map, right? I'm like, no, Tony's bot side. Just on his backing. You got this. Easy to say when you can see the whole map, you know.
Yeah, right. I know we have perfect vision. Coyote getting the tower plate or two.
Here? Okay, yeah.
That could have been something. Looks like they just clear the wave out, and Coyote's gonna. Looks like they're gonna stick around. We did have 5 grubs going over to Hearts of Diamond, and now we have Rift Herald spawning. Are they going to continue to make the top objective their main priority? Looks like, Bob the Tank and Ancient Relic immediately going on to that Rift Herald. And looks like they're going to make short work of it. Merlin, though, getting slowed here. Could this be more? No, they're not going to look at it.
He's pushing up without his support. So, you know, he's playing like he's up, which he is, but he doesn't have a support. It's still a 2v1. So, Nightwolf got a little too curious here. Yeah.
Got that flash, but not able to get to the wall. Unfortunate. And after securing that Rift Herald, that's probably going to be a top lane turret taken as well. Ancient Relic still holding the Rift Herald for now. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to look to take this blue buff, but they were on vision. This is, Saikazi and Coyote coming. Ancient Relic's got to get out of there.
Will they be able to do it before the Jax gets there is the question. I think they will.
Flash!
Now they're going to have to turn... now they have to turn on the Jax here. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah. So Coyote's just going to take the blue buff, and Saikazi's going to get out of there because Big Bad Hand doesn't want it. Yeah, Big Bad Hand didn't want any part of that. He's like, no, thank you. That guy's crazy.
Yeah,
and,
no, thank you.
He's going to get out, Merlin, again, well, you called it earlier. He's just pushing all the way up here, but he does have help from his support this time. Mather Blaster is nearby. I'm taking a 2v1. Let's see how this is going to go. That's a flash in. The ult from Nightwolf pulling him all the way back.
I like it. They've got him, I think. Here, stay on him. There you go. Just stay on him. Stay on him.
Oh, but in the mid lane, Big Bad Hand diving under Terminate.
Oh my gosh, he's still alive.
Oh man, that was close.
That was so much commitment to not get that gold. I mean, they really needed. That was good on their part. So now they're down about 3,800 gold. So that was good. They got that bounty off of him. So nice job, nice coordination, Nightwolf and Saikazi. Bob the Tank is rolling top. I'm not sure how you say it.
That's an ult. Mather Blaster tanking turret aggro now.
Oh gosh.
But,
will he get out?
No. Just enough. Loki Doki gets that kill with the ignite there. And Nightwolf now looking to do some damage to this turret, but Bob the Tank TPing in just misses the stun. Can Nightwolf retreat? Ancient Relic again in the right place.
Oh, nice job. Ult. The Sejuani ult goes wide, Tristana jumps in. Oh, but I think...
The jumping is real, though. Big Bad Hand. Wow.
So, I'm gonna... we've seen Sejuani 2 games in a row. I feel like it's such a staple in coach rivals, and especially when we have like the lower elos. So like I played in the lower elo league last time, and I played a lot of Sejuani because we needed like
I was going to
tank life.
say, that's the Danielle
But
special.
yeah, well, and Blake didn't take it from me, but
Yeah.
but we were all playing Sejuani that summer, and here we are
Yep.
again another summer where we're seeing a lot of Sejuani picked, and frankly, like Sejuani is like a B tier, is like a B tier jungler right now, not even an amazing jungler. So the fact that she keeps coming out in this league is interesting to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. We're seeing it
Nightwolf
time and
is
time
chasing
again.
him
You're
down.
right.
Do you see that?
Yeah, he's still going for this. I know. He's
I
not
know he's
afraid.
a level down and like a quarter health, and he's like, "Wait, go back here."
Fight me. I'm a giant
I know.
scorpion. That's crazy.
It's fine.
Yeah. I love it. Guy's not afraid, man. He's like, I'm ready to fight. We do see a big fight breaking out in the bot lane. We have 8 players down here. We see the ult coming through from Master Blaster. Nobody going down just yet. Bob the Tank is now coming back from base, so this is still just a 4v4.
If they don't
looks
get
like,
rid of, they don't either disengage or stop this fight, Jax is going to be here and he's going to wipe the 4 of them.
Master Blaster coming in. Now he is here. We do see the ult coming through from Seraphine, though. Big Bad Hand gets the first kill. Loki Doki gets a follow-up one on Master Blaster yet again. Bob the Tank shows up, and then everyone goes away. He's like, what happened to the party, man? I just got here.
I know.
They are going to look at the dragon, though, so they're going to get that first kill, and the fight is not over. It looks like this is going to bring
they're still going to try for
back into it. Whoa! Okay, Bob the Tank secures the dragon. That's intense. That was not the jungler securing that. That was Bob the Tank. So that could have gone either way. Really close fight.
Sejuani did not have smite up. Sejuani didn't have smite.
Yeah, you're right.
Just now came up. That's why. That was very. No wonder they wanted to drag that fight out. Not only was Jax on the way, but Sejuani also did not have a smite. So that was.
That's a good call out. Bob the Tank, man, showing up at the right place at the right time.
I know.
And we finally see the Rift Herald going to be used here. Ancient Relic, looks like they summoned it in the river. Here it comes. They're going to look for this mid lane push, finally get this mid lane turret. Do they get the charge here? Looks like it's actually going to go down to minions. Uh-oh, he's taking this all the way in. Oh my goodness, Ancient Relic, unafraid.
And then there's the Sejuani ult coming out. They're just diving under the turret now. The Master Blaster is knocking Sakazi back out, but
Big Bad Hand,
the Brand ult.
How did you survive?
Yeah, that was.
I thought that last turret shot was going to be his doom. He survived. That was intense. Wow.
Oh, Nightwolf is in a tough spot here. Although I don't think Hearts of Diamond realizes that he's in a tough spot, because otherwise they should just collapse and he'd be dead. But okay,
careful, now the ult comes in from Maokai, going to catch a couple here. Nightwolf is stuck behind enemy lines. The Seraphine ult delays his death a bit, but Merlin's going to get the kill going on Rampage, and the rest of Shake That Ash is going to try to just retreat to their turret. This one is very low, though. As soon as this minion wave comes in for Hearts of Diamond, they could be looking to finish this one off. Yeah, they're sticking around. Let's see. This is going to be another big fight here. Merlin has...
Sejuani is standing on the side, potentially to queue over the wall. There it is.
Oh, the flash information relic. Oh, my gosh. And the turret is still alive. He's taking all these turret shots. Ancient Relic, you're going to go down. Now Sakazi looking for more. Merlin very squishy, but he's got help.
I mean, Shake That Ash has a lot of people here. If they wanted to keep fighting, I think they could.
Coyote's feeling brave. Let's see.
Yeah,
sees them on vision, actually. They're on the ward. Coyote gets CC'd, and he's got no help. Oh, no.
Oh, that was again. They could have. They could have done. They could have gone in for that. I understand why they didn't, but yeah, there's a wave crashing. There was a wave crashing mid. Tristan is pushing bot. Like, they don't want to keep staying in this extended fight. I mean, it's tempting because that brand super low health, 400 gold bounty right now. So if I was the and also sitting on 2,100 gold. So if I was, how you said something about earlier about like you're like brain was like turret dive, yes, do it now.
Yes.
I would have been like follow the 400 gold bounty, you know, till I died kind of thing. So yeah, I understand that tunnel vision.
Go get the bag of gold. I think that's going to be Brain completing his Blackfire torch now, so he's feeling really good. That's 2
extra
burn items. Yep, extra Bernie. I like it. You know, feeling the burn like Bernie Sanders. We've also got the Stork boots on. Yeah, he's feeling really good, and we're going to see it now. Blue Side taking a chunk of damage there, going down about a quarter, still losing health. Still ticking because of the burn damage. Still losing.
Oh my gosh, is he
currently.
gonna die? Oh no. Okay.
Blue Side does live with a sliver of health. One more auto attack would have been enough there. You see
With
the
that,
damage.
that was Merlin's ult, right? That was the brand's ult, and they're also double buffed too. So they've got blue and red buffs. So that's great.
Oof,
for them.
that was intense.
For Blue Side.
Ancient Relic now once again looking to take the enemy buff, but getting caught out. This is a 2v2 though. Bob the Tank's here. I say 2v2, but here comes the rest of the team. Oh my gosh, yeah. The Seraphine ult keeps him locked in place. Coyote's going to get a kill. Yeah, we see taking a minute here to kill Bob the Tank, but he does go down.
That's how they stay in this game, right? They're down 6K. They have to, when the people get caught out, you know, and sometimes when you are, you know, up by a lot, you're not as careful as you might be. So if you get caught out, they have to like rotate to get these. And you know, there's gold bounties now on all the turrets and the objectives too. So there's opportunities to get back into this game. I don't think this game is over just yet. They don't know there's vision right there.
Now they do. Okay, they're out. Oh, the TP comes in.
Oh no,
I think that's from Nightwolf. No, that's Nightwolf coming in.
The jungler's not there though, so if they can just burn it, it's theirs. Does Udyr have smite?
Merlin here though, on the sidelines. He's going to get Blue Side this time. Sure enough, Big Bad Hand with a couple autos is going to do it. The ult comes through from Mather Blaster.
No.
The objective bounty was claimed by Sakazi, but whoa, this is quite a bit of return damage.
Oh, no, don't pull them to your low teammates.
Oh my gosh. We're going to pull them into their own doom. Everyone's going down.
Loki, get out of there.
Oh no, Nightwolf! Everyone's like, bro, you should take it the other way.
I know, that's what everyone's like. Can you imagine their comms right now? They're
top 10 anime betrayals. Nishama with the shout out. Oh man, you know, you see it in your eyes, right? Oh guys, I got 3 with the ult. I got 3. Come here. And then you turn around and everybody's really low. They're like, bro, we're trying to retreat. So we've all been there. That's a bummer.
I know, right?
Really
we have all been there and done that, and been like, "Oh my god, what just happened?"
Yeah, that brand damage was just too much, and Big Bad Hand just doing work on that Tristana here in this game. Got the Quadra in that team fight. What a fight for Hearts of Diamond! What a turn for that team. Already in the lead now, comfortably in the lead with a 9,000 gold lead, just about. No Baron just yet after that fight.
Yeah, that fight really brought Hearts of Diamond sort of like more.
Yeah.
It made the tempo definitely be picked up, and I'm sorry, words are hard. Definitely swung the tempo back in their direction. I felt like Shake That Ash had sort of like picked up a little bit of tempo.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nightwolf flashes out. Oh, now we see an ult coming through from Loki Doki, but only catches Bob the Tank. Merlin's going to get all the damage landed here. We see the ult still bouncing. Bob the Tank now flashing in. Landed the stun on Kazi. This is still 5 strong here from Hearts of Diamond. They did send their jungler to the top side to get an additional push going. Blue side burning. You're going down, Blue side. Oh no! The damage from Merlin just too much. And that's going to be another kill.
Might be a good purchase for Blue Side right now. Because if he just like gets within range of Brand, he starts burning, you know, and it hurts.
Stop, drop, and roll, man. Blue Side's got to get something because Merlin is just cooking him right now. And these two know each other. Ken and Zach, they go way back. They play a lot of solo queue together. So
they're co-coaches, aren't they?
Yeah, they're co-coaches, so this is a personal one for sure.
Yeah, it's personal.
Yeah, there's definitely some grudge match action going on here. You see it every time Merlin sees Blue Side. He's like,
Right.
ult on site immediately.
Right.
We've been seeing it over and over again. His ult's almost off cooldown now, so we may see it again here. Sakazi caught out. It's not going to be an ult just yet, but he is going to go down. The ult from Nightwolf, but he doesn't have anywhere to take him to. Now he's trapped. Oh my goodness, Merlin getting another one, goes godlike now with his 7th kill, 7-0-9. Big Bad Hand also putting on a clinic here, 10-0-4. These guys are carrying this game right now. This could be the end here, Danielle.
Yeah, it really could. I mean, there's only the 3 of them up. Although, well, no, they've got about 20 seconds just of that too.
They're just gonna brute force this. Oh my goodness, Mather Blaster says, you know what? Actually, guys, never mind.
Don't worry about it. I got this. Yeah.
Merlin with the split push brand though. What the heck? He's just up here doing his thing and gets the top lane turret while everyone's distracted with all the action in the bot lane.
They reset for Baron, right? That's what they.
Yeah, they got to
right now. Yeah, they reset.
Yeah, yeah.
I see Jub in the chat saying "Big Bad Who." Are they brothers?
Oh man, I can't wait to see that match.
They're brothers. Yeah, and they're both.
Is that true?
So
I have to know if that's true.
I feel like they're brothers. Jub, are you brothers
incredible.
with Big Bad Hand?
That is his brother, yes.
Cousins?
Wow.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see them play each other.
Talk about a grudge match. And they're going to be laning against each other. Yeah.
Holy moly. Okay, we have a game ahead of us right now, but I can't wait to see that game. Yeah, so we see quite a bit of vision here.
It's intense.
Yeah, you can't walk to this objective right now without walking through red vision. So Hearts of Diamond does a really good job of setting this up. And they're going to easily take this 3rd dragon for themselves, unless we see a miracle here. Looks like no jungler in the area, so that's Shake That Ass just saying, you know what, man, you guys can have it. Go ahead. We're actually going to look at this Baron potentially. Hearts of Diamonds realizes, hey, I don't know if we can actually commit all 5 to this because they may be looking at something else. So they do actually start attacking the Baron right now.
But they know it's there.
Yeah. They were on vision, and the dragon's done, so they're on the way. This is going to be a fight. I think these guys either have to call this off.
They do.
They're backing out now.
That just had to be a big.
Blue Side, he's really far up, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of vision here in this side. Yeah, I know, right? He's up. He's like, let's go.
I shouldn't have done that.
And now we see Hearts of Diamonds actually deciding, hey, let's go ahead and take it for ourselves. A couple ults just to dissuade Sakazi from getting in the pit, and they're going to take that cleanly. And now about to take, looking for more, looking to flash in and get the damage, get the stun. He's not going to land one. Loki Doki recalling on vision, so going to get stopped there. Merlin flashing in. That's going to be Nightwolf going down. Merlin goes with another
got out
kill.
Of that too. Yeah, Loki Doki
out of there.
End up backing there. Yeah. So yeah, this looks like it's probably going to be the end.
Oh no! Not this again! Get this out of here, Coop!
Cooper.
Oh no! Spoiler alert!
Cooper, that happens to me every time I stream my team. Because whenever they win the game in real time, the client closes, and then you have to go back down and click the LOL button again, and it should pop back up. Well, not anymore. So that's okay.
It's okay, Coop.
It's okay.
It looks like you're patching too. That's hilarious. I don't even know how that's possible. So we did get to see, the winner of the game there was going to be Hearts of Diamond. We had a little technical issue at the end. Unfortunately, we're going to blame it on the spaghetti code. Yeah, 48,000 damage on that ADC brand at the end there. Really, really doing work with that Blackfire torch. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to see a lot more brand after this game. What do you think, Danielle?
Sorry, Merlin, that was your last time. I hope it was fun. Yeah. Because brand just became the new Shyvana. So there's that.
Yeah, it won't get too much play, I would imagine. Man, we saw a lot of priority on Seraphine tonight, too. And, it looked like it was kind of a priority for both teams. But, Yeah, that brain coming up huge in game 2. We do see some highlights here. Coop on that already. Looking at, we got the first blood there
That's
secured.
the first blood. Yeah.
Yep. We
By
got
Master Blaster.
on that one.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah. With
Yeah,
the Lyrazel special.
yeah. The first blood.
And now we see a couple
that's,
more.
That's hard because even if you try and get close, right? The brand E will just light you up.
Yep. Yep.
I like to play Brand a lot, but I
was-
played against him the other day, and it's tough. You have to buy MR,
Yeah.
otherwise he just deletes you.
Yeah, man, he's strong.
Dodging,
Coyote
very
doing a good job
cleverly
of getting
dodging.
away from the CC. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's just under turret at that point, and Sejuani has so much HP, she's just going to dive right under turret. So I think Saint in the chat says something about like utility is always useful, utility is always good, something like that. Yes,
Yep.
right there. It helps your laners get ahead, even if the Sejuani isn't ahead, right? It helps your laners get ahead who really need to buy very expensive damage items, The other thing I want to call out for Hearts of Diamond, they, by the end of the game, that the blue jungle was full of red wards. So they weren't going to go anywhere or do anything that Hearts of Diamond didn't know was happening. So and that's really good on everybody on Hearts of Diamond was warding. It wasn't like the mid laner just, had a vision score of 3 or something. They all had over 20, over 30 vision score. And I think, that helps win the game when everybody is buying the right kinds of vision and actually using it and placing it. Because it's one thing to buy it, but it's another thing to actually use it sometimes. So yeah, they did a great job with that.
Yeah, that was nice, man. I really liked, to your point about the vision. Absolutely, it was. You could tell that's a full team. Vision's a full team sport, I always say, right? Because your support can't do it all, right? They can only place down 3 wards at a time, plus a control ward, right? And you saw how many wards were on the map, so that's Brand pitching in. That's the mid lane pitching in. Yeah, everybody's doing their job there, and it paid dividends because it was impossible for Shake That Ash to make any moves without being on enemy vision. So really, really good call out there for sure. But that is going to be our second game of the night out of 2. So I wish we had more, but that is going to be it for tonight. Man, I had a blast casting with you tonight, Danielle. This has been super fun, kind of just getting in here, watching some of these guys do their thing. And man, I can't wait to see what's going to come week 3. Make sure you guys at home keep an eye out. We have some additional things going up on our YouTube page. Any off-stream games that get played would typically upload on off days as well. So, make sure to keep an eye out for that. Check out our YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, check out the YouTube page as well. It's important. And big shout out to Danielle's shirt from the chat. A couple of people, they're loving the shirt.
Weird.
Yeah, they're loving the weird shirt. That's great. And then thank all you guys for participating tonight. Danielle, any parting words before we sign off?
Yeah, actually I do. I just want to say that I have played in this league since the beginning, and I know how nerve-wracking it is sometimes to play on stream. And have people talk about you, maybe even your friends talk about you. So shout outs to everybody. I know it's hard to lose, especially in front of your friends on stream on the internet. But congratulations, everyone. Really good games all the way around, and we appreciate you, and thank you for entertaining us this evening.
Oh, that's well said. I love that. Yeah. All love to everybody. Yeah. Are we going to? No, dang, I messed it up again. we even practiced it for a second. You know what? It is what it is. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next week with more action. So make sure you hit that like button, and we'll see you guys later. Coop, please take us out.